Welcome, folks, to Legend on Paper. I'm Rabbit Hunter, and tonight we are in part 3 of the Menagerie. Tonight we have with us, of course, Matt and Camille. New friend with us, John D&D, and we have Postal Mike. Spencer and Uncle Mike, unfortunately, are unable to attend this evening's session, and hopefully we'll see them again in the near future. Any case, as we begin tonight's episode, the party has been making their way through the dark depths of the Menagerie, looking for Lord Henway's partner, Azrador. So far, all they have encountered are the mangled bodies of trainers, guards, and the dwarf foreman, Nedron Cavebender. All manner of creatures have they encountered along the way, but now they sense an end to their search as they come upon a vast cavern with the remains of a woolly mammoth splayed out before them. The sign in the door read, "Herbivore exhibit this way." But maybe it should have said, "Let's play D&D!" That'd be much bigger.
That would be a really big flag.
Let's play D&D! Okay, so the party is faced with the remains of this, bloody remains of this woolly mammoth. Last session, Polaris had gone ahead of the group, or front of the group, with the light spell, I believe, was still
Yeah, that
working.
light orb.
But it was on his
The light
It's
orb.
skull.
It's
It's coming out of Olsen's skull.
That's right, out of Olsen's skull. And so it was just beaming forward. And then we had Pipley's flaming servant that had gone ahead to also
It's
illuminate the
lights.
area. And so you can see that the cave is how it just kind of disappears into darkness in front of you, even with the light. But it kind of curves around to the left where you get the impression that it opens up even further. So what are we going to do?
Hey, Polaris, what are you gonna do? Pause. Does Polaris's skull, does Olsen's skull have skin on it?
No, it's just
Okay, just making sure that it's not just like a face.
Plus it was burned.
Hold on.
yeah, I think he pulled it out of the charred remains of Olsen.
Let me scan the room with my eye beams.
Says, oh, that's. Oh,
Ivy.
Polaris, you're very reasonable tonight.
As you scan around, you can see.
Shut up, Figaro.
You can see that there is a vague opening before you, just to the left of Polaris, against the wall, and then immediately to your left, almost as you kind of turn around, looking at the entire wall, there's another more obvious opening that leads into the larger cavern beyond, where there's a flicker of light, like campfire or maybe torches, but that flicker of light is coming from that area. And Polaris is kind of clinking through. You hear the echoing sound of an individual. Bird, you hear that? No, correct, I didn't hear it. What'd you hear? Oh, some shambling metal moving around somewhere out further in the cave.
One of those voices sounds familiar, but not the second one.
Sounds like the.
It sounds like the
Sounds like
Minotaur.
the two from the
Yeah, the
room
Minotaurs.
that we left.
The Minotaurs.
Maybe one of those shark people things from the other room. Well, we can eat them too, right? Yeah, we can eat them. Seafood. And you hear boom, kind of a plodding boom, boom, boom from the other room.
Polaris is gonna just draw his sword and motion with his shield for everybody else to file in.
Cool.
We're at the point of seeing the mammoth, right?
Yeah, you all see the mammoth. And
Can you
again,
explain what was done to it? Is it just the head and a pile and tusk?
yeah, you see basically the bloody skull. It looks
Okay.
like a lot of the fur and skin beneath. The organs have been removed. It's just kind of a big, huge splotch of blood, and then
Just a mess.
like these mangled remains of organs, stuff that's undesirable parts of the animal, but nothing that's really identifiable just as you look at it. If you want to roll a perception or go up and investigate.
Well, I
you
also
can.
want to look for signs of anything else, because I feel like whether you can take down a mammoth or not, you're not doing it without getting
Okay, you have dark vision?
something. Yeah.
Ripley does, yep.
Plus, I also have a dancing man of light.
Yeah, plus you get the dancing. Okay, so go ahead and roll a perception.
Oh God.
Also, if we have a moment to position ourselves before shit gets real, I do want to, like, have my little rogue guy dash over and hide behind the mammoth head. That's
12.
Okay, yeah, we're not in initiative right now. 12.
Yes.
Um,
So I guess I'm right next to
Right next to.
the thing that grabs your attention right away is you see what appear to be large humanoid footprints, quite large, like maybe 18, 24 inches
Oh, shit.
in length
Oh, my God.
and wide, that are all around it. And then you can kind of see they're going in the direction of the opening that's almost a U-turn.
Is that where we heard the voices?
Yeah, where you heard voices in the larger cavern, and you kind of see them plotting that way.
I think it's the Minotaurs that did this. I think they got hungry.
Could be. They don't sound too friendly.
well, it's
I think they're just stupid. They weren't very hostile towards us. I think it's just when they get hungry, they just choose what they want to do.
Yeah. Better to be prepared than anything.
That is
sound
true.
like they wanted to eat us.
But they sound like they're around the corner, so we should be careful.
Well, let's not attack them till they attack us then.
Yes.
You hear, again, the echoing voices a little bit closer. You like fish talk? Crick. Oh, Berg, fish don't talk. Well, I think I heard some talking over there. And the plotting kind of stops.
Negotiate.
You would be best at that.
Fuck me. I forgot how to negotiate. I forgot I've made myself a charisma character because I haven't done any talking in a while.
Well, Twig's being oddly silent,
Yeah.
so.
So Twig is going to stand up and, in her oddly friendly way, just say, "Hello, hello, Minotaurs."
Okay.
Blindly guessing into the void where they came from.
There's a moment of silence that follows. And then, of course, Minotaurs. I ain't no Minotaur. Didn't we see them fellers back? And then a different voice, a third voice. You idiots. You fucking idiots. Get me out of this cage. Hello, whoever you are, come help me now.
Would I recognize that voice?
You do. The very pompous, arrogant, overly confident, immature,
Okay, no.
foolish.
Right, so you know how that guy sounds like a major douchebag? That's Asmodor.
Weren't you friends?
We were. He got me into
Are you
college.
speaking loudly or just like normally?
I was speaking quietly, but then you said they heard us anyway.
Well, they heard something.
Okay, well
From
then
the
I will
echoing
keep
okay.
my hushed tone.
Okay.
However, I will call out to them. I'm the one who gave you the wine earlier. We're friends.
And you hear, Pipley?
Yeah. Oh my
Is that
God.
you?
You remember my name better than my own friends.
Is that you, Pipley?
It is me.
Oh, well, come get me out of this fucking cage.
All right, fine.
You'll have to deal with this creature.
Are they minotaurs?
No,
What are they?
not exactly. And then you hear, I'm gonna just make oatmeal out of you.
Did you say creature and not plural creatures?
And Ezrador's gone.
Oh God.
Ezrador's gone silent, and you
We
hear,
all know what
boom,
that is.
boom,
Yep.
boom.
Yep.
Can we roll a knowledge on that?
Sure.
Oh,
Can I join?
I don't.
why not? I'll see if I crit. That's a 12.
History is what you're rolling?
Yeah, like history,
Oh, I don't know.
bestiary, I don't know.
If it doesn't have it listed under skills, just go by your modifier, so +3.
Investigation.
Can I do it with
It would be
Arcana?
Not clear.
It's not on here.
So just
Not
+3.
really
All
relevant.
right, all right. That's fine.
15?
Was that
15?
15? Fellows. No, that's not good enough for fellows.
Fellas, how many did you stand up?
Fellows has a quirky background.
Okay.
Yeah, but no, not good enough for fellows. But yeah, this is very unclear. But you do hear that the plotting kind of move a little bit further, and then there's this muffled voices, as if the creatures were trying to speak quietly.
Twig
can't-
is going to, I'm gonna say Twig is gonna quietly go up a little bit to hear with her giant cat ears,
Okay.
thinking that
You wanna-
she'll have more acute hearing.
Okay.
Oh, and she doesn't have a minus to wisdom. Awesome.
Oh, you're going that way. They're actually coming from the other. That opening, yeah, is where you hear that. Not.
So then we move Twig that way to listen closer.
And I'll go ahead and adjust us.
Yeah,
Okay.
move Figaro in the direction of where things are happening.
Do not move me there.
Yeah.
It rotates. Remember, the map rotates. So
Facts.
What is the thing that looks like flames? Is that a...
Is
That
that's
is
dancing
that is a
lights.
dancing man of light doing this.
Okay.
for entertainment and illumination.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's a wacky waving
It's
inflatable
please.
arm flailing
Yeah.
tube man.
Yeah.
Should I roll
Yes.
like a perception to see if
Yes, for
Here?
Twig, yes,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Cool. So Twig is gonna be my old man dice.
I'll give her advantage because it's
Ooh.
kind of an echoey,
Too solid, bro.
Damn.
and they're not real good at keeping their voices down.
Perception. Wow, and she's proficient. That's a dirty 20.
Nice. To her, and this really is her knowledge only for the moment,
Yeah.
the voices are receding, and she can hear this like scuffing of feet, as if they're trying to be quiet. And so it's not the casual plodding, the boom boom before, and so she can hear that kind of scuffing of feet as it's receding away also, and you can hear. She hears kind of the scant part of the message or the conversation is, all right, sneak around. Yeah, let's do that.
Just ask Azrador what they're doing in there.
Twig
That was
quietly
projected.
relays this to the party. Sounds like they're gonna sneak around and get us back.
So
Over there?
yeah, so what would look like the opening that they'd come out of? Just the
Well, I mean, you
side?
Well, we see two openings.
you see two openings in the cavern. That's what you see.
They're coming from here, so we have to assume they're coming from over here.
Yeah, and if then I'll go ahead and remove. I mean, you can kind of see partially in here at
Yeah.
this point. So
Remove some tissues.
yeah, let's get some. Give me a little bit
And
more.
remember, any allergies, that's what the tissues are for.
Yeah, there we go. Ah, damn. Don't think I can use the cover all that. So you can kind of vaguely, and you hear the vague movement of water, although it's very slow. It's not moving fast, otherwise you would have heard it much, earlier. But it's very slow, and you kind of see the swell and movement of the water through the cavern, coming from who knows where and going to who knows where.
So Figaro speaks up and says, if we know they're going to ambush us, then why don't we see if we could ambush them? Someone, my growing fellow over there, you can, if you want to wait at the entrance there, I could see if I could take us rogues around the back, see if we could get him in the back once he engages you at the front.
Sure, I'll be bait.
I will stand with you
Yeah.
if you want to put me more just towards that little. Maybe still on the other side of the blood.
Watch
pile.
your step. Oh, he's getting his.
My booties.
And I'm going to bring Twig with us because she has this magic called dark vision.
We're expecting them to come from
come-
Yes.
over there.
They said go
Yes.
around. So
Planning
we're thinking
for it
they're
if
gonna come
they
over
do.
here.
Planning for
Right.
them to go that
That's the
way.
plan.
So Figaro, where do you want to be? You said
I
from
was going
behind,
to see
like
if
here.
I was going to see if maybe if we know that they're going around this way, maybe we have an ambush point set up there, and
How
then
about-
maybe.
You do one of those and just
Oh,
rearrange it.
oh my God! I can actually moves.
Now I have a question. Are
Yeah.
we killing them if something happens, or are we trying to keep them on the
Maybe-
list of save?
if
It
we
sounds
can't
too
save,
stupid to know something.
we might be able. It sounds like they're two heads, two creatures that don't agree. There's a chance that we can incite them to argue with each other to
Oh,
the
that's
point where
right.
we can just.
Asmodor didn't say plural. I forgot immediately.
He could just convince the two of them to fight each other if we can.
Well, I just mean in terms of not killing the beasts of the zoo. Or
Well,
the menagerie.
We've not killed a few. I'd say we avoid killing if we can.
Okay, all right.
Some of us can do non-lethal.
Comes down to it, we'll try to knock it out, but it's not my priority list, to be honest. I'd rather
Yeah.
keep us alive.
That's fair. All right, well, I'm going to have a magic missile ready for if something jumps out at
Okay.
Doll.
And at this point, you hear a splashing. It sounds like it's kind of something heavy moving through water, and so it's not like somebody just jumped inside in a pool or anything, but kind of like the movement of a body through water, and it's kind of subdued as if it's trying to be slow
Yeah.
and quiet.
Does
It's obvious.
Ravik, does this thing here is that like a solid wall, or is that like a door?
Yeah, so as you move around, you see a small chamber and then what appears to be a solid wall with lots and lots of rubble. As if maybe there was a cave in or, that this is where all the rubble from, this has been placed from, the larger part of the cave. But there's an extensive amount of rubble up against that wall.
We could also get a surprise if we just run in and fire as they're trying to.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Like, we can go around this way. If we know they're walking this way, then we can get up behind them and get them in the back. Because also this is illuminated.
Up to you guys.
I'd say.
Well, I'm just
us-
back up for whatever the choice is.
I mean,
Same here.
yeah. I kind of want to go around the back and hit them while the back is turned, while they think they're being sneaky, and then run away.
Do you think we can be sneaky enough to do that?
No, I think that me and our friendly neighborhood rogues can see if we could get a shot at them and then run away as fast as possible, and then
Lure
you
'em
guys
back
cover
this
us.
way?
Yeah.
I don't think that's a bad idea and can get some of these spellers to stop playing strip yahtzee and actually do something.
Honestly,
As they're mid, like, huh?
I'm side-eyeing you.
Renee
One eye.
Renee's got like some of her armor trying to take off on the chest, and it's just like taking time.
Azrago at this point finally speaks up. You can hear his voice echoing. They're going around behind you. They're going to surprise you from the back. Piffy, look out! And then you hear a clang. Be quiet. As if something's been banged on the cage.
Yeah.
All right.
Here, oh!
Yeah, thanks for that.
Idiot.
Stop talking.
Cool. So we're gonna try to see if we could sneakily.
I was waiting for it. I was.
Your friend's a moron.
Yeah, I know. He's a bit of a dick.
All right, we'll call your team Team Cannon Fodder. You can all
No, team runaway.
whatever. I like mine better, but all right.
That's because you're a dick. Cool. So
I'm nice.
sometimes.
Nice all the time.
Careful with my hands. It's
move-
glued.
Where would
If
you
you
like
would
to go?
move the other rogues in front of me.
Oh. Real chivalry.
Great, you're making me take out the
I
sheets.
keep forgetting you're not a rogue.
God.
And then, like me and,
So it's just Figaro and the three rogues.
yeah.
The rest of us are on standby.
Sounds like a shitty band. Figaro.
Figaro
Figaro
and
the
the rogues.
rogues.
So
Ladies and
as you
gentlemen,
guys,
we are Figaro and the Three Rogues.
as you move yourselves around, back at the area where you saw all the rubble crammed up against the wall, you hear rocks tumbling and moving and scraping, and a head pops up over the declining side of that cavern wall, and then another head beside it pops over, and they turn and look in your direction from behind you, and hey, there they are. Crick, Bird, who do you think they are? I don't know what they are. Well, let's find out. What are you doing here?
Oh, this is
And
awkward.
creature has come into view.
There it is.
It's funny because Mike brought up Etton's last session.
I know. I'm thinking, all right, did he read this? How did he read this?
The crazy one was the land sharks.
Yes.
One of my favorite minis I have is a
We
mind
guess.
flare and
And clearly you see a two-headed,
They were land
huge
sharks
figure.
before we saw them.
Anyone ever tell you two you're bad at sneaking up on people?
Crick, everyone ever tell you that? Nope, nobody ever told me that.
Good Lord.
You're the first ones. You look like you're good eating.
While he's talking, us rogue squadron has been moving behind him.
Okay,
Yeah, I'm definitely moving.
all right, so they're moving into...
Quietly moving around
Okay.
to see if we can get behind him.
All right, so as they start moving in,
You can.
let's not go too much further yet at this point. This Etten, as you may or may not know, it is whatever type it is, or obviously a two-headed humanoid creature. The one called Berg just kind of glares forward and then turns his head over to the other one, kind of cocks his head. Crick, think they're going to try and escape. They don't know that there's no way to get out that way. It's time to eat. Yeah, we're going to make a whole meal out of you. Roll for initiative.
See, this is why I wanted to move in. 'Cause
You got some in, you got some around, but as they see you just departing, they're not the most intelligent creatures, but I think they have an idea.
I don't think us being indecisive helped.
That's why I was trying to roll stealth, but you wouldn't let me.
All right, anybody above a 20?
No.
Nobody above a 20?
Would be your dexterity modifier for you, so +1.
I got a 20. That's,
Oh, you got a 20.
yeah,
Okay, anybody above a 15?
dirty 20.
Nope.
Twig got a 17.
Okay, anybody else above 15? Wow. All right, over a 10.
I got a 13.
13 for
Tubbs
Big
also
Row.
got a 13.
Tubbs?
Actually 15.
Okay, who's got a better dexterity?
Me.
Tubbs, actually.
Tubbs, really?
Yeah.
I have 16.
Oh, I'm looking at Twigs. I'm sorry.
Okay. All right, anybody over, who's left? What's Polaris got?
Blair's got an 8 and Dal got a 7.
Wob got a 9.
And then Renee got a 2.
2, and Pipley?
Oh, my bad, because I'm focused on the other sheets as well. I'm at 11. I'm so
11.
sorry.
All right. Okay.
3 initiatives.
All right, so the order is Fellows, and then Twig. Then we're going to have, you said Figaro had the better,
Yes, yes.
okay. Figaro and then Tubbs. Okay, and then we have Pipley and Wob. What's Polaris's dex?
Blair's dex is
He's got it.
13.
Yeah, he's got it. Okay, Polaris. And then we have Dal and Renee. And then we'll see where Berg and Crick come into that. Okay. All right. So the fellow's at the top of the order. He went around. No, he's standing closest at this point to the creature. And you've seen half the part of the party kind of maneuver itself, out of sight around the corner, but the rest of you are here facing this thing. What do you want to do?
I'm gonna pivot
Bravely run away.
behind the green beast, and I'm gonna cast Shatter right at it.
Okay. All right, so he does have a little bit of cover, but
Does Shatter take out
Oh,
the
yeah.
cover? Because it's an
It-
AoE.
yeah, it might take out.
Wait a minute, I didn't realize he's got cover.
He's got that partial cavern wall in front of
But
him.
Shatter is a save, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a save, not a hit. So as long as it's in
Yeah.
the sphere.
Plus it
Yes,
destroys inanimate objects, so.
Yes, that's correct.
I can't cast it right at it. I have to. It's in a 10-foot sphere, I guess. I see what you're saying.
Yeah, so it's got an area of effect. I thought it was a hit for some reason. Because I'm thinking Thunder Wave, or is that also area?
That's a save, yeah.
Whatever. All right, so
You can hit it.
is it a
You're
dex save?
Yes.
I'm not sure. So it's
Yes.
a ranged attack.
Is it dex or
It's a,
con?
it's a deck. Or no, I think it's a con save. You're right.
Yeah. I'll bring it up real quick.
It's a con save.
Okay, so he rolled a 20 with dirty 20. And so does he take half damage
Yes.
for the shatter? Okay, so go ahead and roll your damage. So as it shatters, now doesn't that shatter have an effect on
It breaks structures.
structures, right?
Yeah.
12 points of damage. So
Okay. So 12 points, is that the half?
no, that's the full.
Oh, okay.
So half would be 6.
Got it. All right.
But the wall would have disadvantage on the saving throw, if, like inanimate objects
Yeah.
would make it.
So you see that a good portion of that wall is destroyed with the shatter. Probably about half of it, and so he doesn't have quite amount of. He maybe has like a quarter cover at this point. But it doesn't destroy the whole thing, and you see him kind of move back, almost like the force of it has kind of thrown him back a little bit without actually moving against the opposite wall because he fills that whole space. He's like, whoa, what was that? Must be one of those wizard things. And anything else for fellows? You gonna move, or are you gonna stay where you
I
are?
moved.
Okay, you moved already, and so Twig.
Twig is going to look at this guy, and does he have like those giant 2 weapons in his hands and like?
Yeah, they're basically improvised, clubs.
Yeah. And then she's gonna look at him and just say, "I don't like the way you look," and just shoot an Eldritch Blast at the face that is uglier.
That's a tough one. And of course, Crick looks at Berg and says, "Who's talking to you?"
Oh boy, and that's. Let's find out what the AC of this thing is. What's that, a plus?
Does the uglier face have a really low AC?
How's a 14 feel?
14 misses.
She can't decide which one's uglier, so it's going through the middle.
Yeah, 14 misses. Again, it has a little bit of cover, but yeah, misses. And what'd you cast?
Eldritch Blast.
Oh, no,
So it's
flat.
like-
Okay, so it hits the wall and just,
It takes out into
debris.
the wall because it's like a gun.
Twig move.
exactly, force.
Wait, one sec, where's Twig? Twig is gonna bravely step behind Polaris and like get up in his space and say, oh brave knight, please protect me.
Okay, Figaro.
Anything for you, Twig.
So, am I stealthing at this point, or should I use?
Did you?
I was trying to declare that I was trying.
Well,
to
go ahead and roll a stealth. And let's see, where are you?
I'm back here.
Oh yeah, you're around the corner.
I'm around the
So
corner.
you're out of sight.
Cool. And is this still illuminated? Because you said there were flickering torchlight in this direction.
Yes. As a matter of fact, let me go ahead and open that area. And as you guys come around, and probably would have been announced earlier if things didn't happen so quickly, is you see. Let me just describe the area for you real quick.
Awesome.
So this firelight brightens a cavern, this large cavern. You can detect the feral stink of blood, rot, and fecal matter that assails your senses as you move into this area. Peering inside, or moving inside in your case, you see that a stream separates a small portion of the cave on the one side, and boulders that are stacked against the wall on the other side. Straight ahead, you see the source of the Malador, that massive blood, guts, and bone and fur and so forth that you saw earlier. And a campfire where you see what appears to be these large sticks or poles, basically, branches that are just stuffed with meat. These huge chunks of meat, likely from the mammoth.
Is this enough to remove the tissue, or are we keeping it up here still?
No, you can remove almost all of it, and then in the far corner there's a cage with someone huddled inside. And as soon as you guys come around the corner,
That's why I'm trying to stealth to see if I can hide from this dipshit.
yes, but no, since you're in direct line of sight.
God damn it. I cast Mage Hand to shut him up.
Yeah, let me get some of this out. Actually, no, you may not be. So no. I forgot about. We have that little bit of an area there that outcropping of stone. Let me do let me check his passive. What'd you roll for stealth?
I didn't yet.
Okay, go ahead.
Well, yeah, that's not gonna do it.
Oof.
Actually, it does.
Does a 9?
A 9? Did you roll a 9 or a 12?
I rolled a 9.
Oh, 9. Okay. Well, he doesn't shout. He doesn't say, "Oh, did you all help me?" or anything, because he doesn't. He can hear you, but you don't get the impression he can see you. And so that kind of saves the outcry,
Okay.
for what it's worth. So anyway, but obviously the Etten can't see you.
Cool. So, let's see, what's my movement speed? That'd be 1, 2, I think that's like 1, 2, 3, 4. Cool, that's within range of my mage hand. Action, mage hand in front of him, bonus action, mage hand over his mouth to make sure he keeps his mouth shut.
Okay, as the mage hand approaches the cage,
Is it gonna fizzle out? That's if you can't get in.
it can't get in. It might actually fizzle out. And I'll just tell you, it's an anti-magic cage. So, obviously that's a problem for Azador. Similar to an anti-magic shell, I guess. I'll give you that. But I can't cast anything. Oh, come on, where are you? Yeah, so it's similar to an anti-magic field, they call it now. So that just doesn't allow magic to exist inside of it.
Yeah, so as soon as it goes through, it just...
We can't go through.
It's just like an invisible wall. Invisible hand meets invisible
Yeah, I think the
wall.
hand's still there. I don't see that it says that it would, disappear or get dispelled.
it's just...
Yeah. Here's the area. This magic such a. Yeah. So it just doesn't extend into it.
Cool.
So.
Then I'm just gonna go to the other rogues and say, one of you get the cage, the other one get him out, see if he's maybe helpful. And that's where I'm gonna end my turn.
Okay. All right. That's gonna bring up Tubbs.
All right. Old Tubbsy. Who I will pick this one. Sure.
Yeah, I think that's, yeah.
Sure, why not? Roughly 5, 10, 15, 20. The water would be difficult terrain?
Correct. And it's only it's only about a foot deep.
That's fine. Tubbsy's gonna use his bonus action to dash, get up to the cage, and use his action to try to open it.
All right. What he sees in front of him as he gets close to, Azador saying, "Holy God, somebody has finally come to help.
Hey, I'm Tubbs, how are you?
I'll be better if you get me out of the fucking cage."
Well, no, I don't want to.
It's the cage that he's in is very unusual looking. If you were to imagine a cage made of pure platinum,
Oh, whoa.
that's what the appearance of this thing looks like.
Yeah.
And there is a lock on the door.
Okay.
It looks like a fairly substantial lock built into the cage itself. So it's not like a padlock.
Okay. Is it one that's like... Oh, so meaning I can't just like break it off?
No. So
So I have to-
it requires a key under normal, circumstances.
Uh-huh.
But did you want to try and pick it? Is that what you
Yes,
can do?
please.
All right.
You'd like to try to rogue?
Roll.
It's Dex plus proficiency bonus, right?
Yeah. Yes.
Woo! That is 21.
21. That's
Yeah.
good.
My boy Tubbsy.
So he manages to manipulate this complex lock, and Azor was just watching. Right, this is taking forever. He's just like tapping his toe.
Tubbs pretends to drop it one more time just to make him more upset, but then I'll get it.
And then you hear the satisfying click as the latch turns over and the door just slowly creaks open.
If you'll let me, Tubbs will try to not let it just go. Like he'll
You
make
stop
sure,
it?
yeah, he'll make
Okay.
sure that it's a quiet opening.
Okay.
If I have any more, I'll sacrifice the rest of my whatever.
What was
so-
Tubbs? Oh, yeah, here it is. Tubbs was okay. Oh, wow, this actually works perfect. Okay. All right.
Should we remove the last of the tissue there? Oh, I guess.
No, it's a different little.
Oh, that's
I think there's a
different
roll. Yeah.
Well, I
Okay.
mean, if Tubbs turned around, they felt it.
So yeah,
What?
you can remove the last of that tissue if you want. You can see what just kind of peering into that area. You can see what looks like just a lot of junk. just tapestries and throw rugs and crates broken up and barrels broken up. There's some liquid on the floor, but it looks like this was probably the living area for the Etten. Okay, so that's it for Tubbs?
Yeah.
So Tubbs is like basically has a hand on the door.
He'll let it open, but
Okay,
he didn't
but
just want to let it, like, by its own volition, creak all the way open.
Okay,
He'll
so
try to just as carefully and quietly as can be done let it open.
Okay, so
If you need me to wait because I'm out of actions, that's fine.
but what happens as Tubbs is just kind of allowing it to slowly open?
Okay.
Azrador is in the initiative
just
round
like-
next, and he's like just bursts through it. Now you can try and this could be like a contested
Oh, I would
strength
love for
like
Tubbs
to stop
be able
him from just
stop him from going
pushing
there.
through.
However, that's a +0, so straight roll. Natural 1.
Natural one. He bowls you over. Make a dex save.
No.
5.
And Tubbs goes prone as the door just maximum. I wasn't expecting Azrador to just come rushing through, and Azrador's outside just, oh, finally, I'm free. Fuck! I thought I was going to be eaten. And he just at the top of his lungs, not doing nothing to, hold down his voice. And to Pipley, it's like, fucking Azrador.
Yeah.
But that's where he kind of stops and he's just kind of like surveying the area and looking for Pipley, who he doesn't see in this room at the moment. So that brings up Pipley, actually. You hear all this
sweet.
going on. I mean, it's not, the echo in this chamber is just awful.
Yes. I had a plan, but I wasn't on the right page for it. All right, I'm just gonna see. I guess I don't think that there's coming down a creature like this. I'm gonna turn around and I'm just gonna firebolt it.
Azrador?
Well, yeah. Well, the Etten and Azure, I don't know what's worse. But I'm just gonna initially try to just firebolt it. just
Okay,
to see
all right.
where we get to. What? Sorry, I'm not.
Still just a little bit of cover right there. Not much.
Oh, okay. So that is 15.
15, it hits.
Nice.
So it goes streaming into the creature. It's like, "Arr, what the fuck? And damage.
4 points of fire damage.
4 points, okay.
But for my movement, I do want to start moving towards the. I'm slow as cheese because I'm 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. I just want to try to get to the point where, while he's looking around, he might see where I am. Azrador.
Okay, all right, so you're
So
kind
I
of moving
moved
yourself around the
into-
corner?
Yeah, so
Okay.
hopefully he catches a glimpse.
Is he in line of sight? No, he's still
No,
got the
I'm
other.
still a little
yeah,
bit
okay.
too far. And plus, with how tall I am, dude, no way.
All right, so that's it for Pipley at the moment. Wob with Polaris on deck.
Oh, lobster. Man, 3 turns in a row.
I know. The pressure.
Wob is going to begin to make the way 30 feet. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. 30. He's just going to start making his way. Oh, well, actually, bonus action dash. 15, 20, 25. So this is technically open.
Yeah, so
right?
now you when he's there, he can see that the rubble has kind of been pushed away.
Okay.
Kind of an identical situation as it was on the other side, but now there's just a massive hole that looks like a large creature could crawl through. A medium one could just walk through.
Would I have sneak attack right now? Because I'm sneaking around from behind?
Yeah, maybe but you're not stealthing.
Okay, so then I'm going to wait before I do
You're not
anything
hiding
to
or-
stop,
yeah.
like, here. And then so next turn I'll try to stealth and get him all the way up. Is that
Or
okay?
or you can do a
You can
hide.
use your action to hide.
Yeah. or you
Okay,
can
then I'll
hide,
finish
yeah.
this by using my action.
Okay.
Nope.
Well, what did you?
6.
6. Okay. So see if his passive picks up on that.
We're
If you.
not good at hiding today.
Well, to be fair, I'm actually not proficient in stealth.
Take a row.
Really good at opening locks, apparently.
Well,
I didn't
don't
expect
worry,
that.
if I go past this loud asshole, I'm gonna see if he still has any money
That's
on
old
him.
lobster for you.
Polaris with
Down.
Berg and Crick on deck.
All right. Stay behind me, Twig. He's gonna actually. I'm gonna try to draw it out a little bit. He's gonna stop right there and ready in action to hit it when he gets too close.
If it gets close to him.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So you're gonna ready that
But
action.
he's standing there in like a challenging position.
Okay.
Shield up.
All right. They're gonna bite. You know, they see the Berg is pissed. He just with fire. And Crick is just focused, was laser focused. They're like laser focused on two different party members. And
I'm small.
Berg manages to pull the direction of the creature right at Polaris. So he comes stepping out, just stepping over the destroyed portion of this wall and right up to Polaris.
Oh, pardon my plan.
And Crick looks down at him. I like your lantern. And Berg is, drawn to what his partner just pointed out. We're gonna make a lantern out of your head. And boom, boom, they make their attacks. So 2 attacks come down at Polaris. Oh, nat 20.
Oh, for fun.
A nat 20 and a 12. So we use the critical hit tables, John.
Oh yeah, where's the
And so I got my D30 here. Let's see what's going to happen with the bludgeoning attack. Okay. Okay, so he managed when the Berg sides hit, Crix misses. Berg hits basically the hand that's holding the weapon. Polaris' hand that's holding the weapon. And you can hear this crunch and crash, and the fingers are pulverized. And he drops his weapon.
It's really inconvenient considering he had a ready action to slash at him.
I was going to say that is.
You can go ahead and do that while I'm making the...
I guess it would have gone off first, yeah. So,
Yeah, they're simultaneous.
He's
so
gonna miss.
He misses?
He
you think?
Well, that's
with
why
him.
he missed, because that crit hit his weapon.
Yeah. So he went to bring his battle axe up, and then he just hit him at the same time.
He's got
Crushed his
smashed.
hand.
12 points of damage on Polaris.
Sorry, Mike.
And the burger. Hey, well, which side are we gonna put it on?
I'm okay, Twig. It didn't hurt.
Hand is just a 5.
Just
So that brings up Dal with Renee on deck.
Who's up?
Dal
Yep.
Val?
with Renee on deck.
The big man.
So at the end of their turn, Dal is gonna say, "Hey, dickheads," and then point at his eye patch. It's gonna blinding light in their eyes, and they make a wisdom save.
Okay.
This was a reaction at the end of their turn, not his turn.
They clearly
Really?
immediately look over at you.
These guys. Would
What's
definitely
the
put
save?
tomato.
DC 13 wisdom.
Wisdom. Rolled a 13 on the die.
Yeah.
Okay, so they make it.
Nothing?
No.
Nothing happens? Okay.
No, they would have been charmed. It's okay. I was really hoping that would work. That's all right. I'm gonna go ahead. That's 20, 25, 30. Not enough to flank yet, but I'll get there.
Can he get big?
Yeah, I'm gonna get big. This is my opportunity to get big.
Uh-oh.
As a bonus action, I will grow big.
So, as you see, as if he ate like one of those mushrooms, like Super Mario mushrooms.
Yeah, just sort of starts rolling his shoulders a little bit, and as he does, getting almost a little shorter than them.
At the end, it's like, whoa!
Yeah, this is gonna be fun, boys.
More meat.
Never mind. I swing and I go wide. I'm overcompensating. Like I wasn't factoring in fighting something the same size as me.
Okay, that's gonna bring up Renee at the end of the round.
Renee, having like, she's gonna follow through with the order I said last time, even though I have a better idea now. So she's just gonna keep doing that. So that is gonna be the 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. So up to here, and can she see through there, or
Through.
the hole here? Is it just like a hole?
Yeah, that's just an open hole at this point. Yes.
Cool. So
So you can just go right through it
yeah,
without any difficult terrain.
and then like that was going to be movement and bonus action, and then she's like Yeah, and then she'll just use her fucking action to move the rest of the way here.
Okay. So remember that wall's like half destroyed, so she still has cover there, but she can see
Yeah.
clearly what's going on in the room. Okay, that's it for Renee.
That's it for Renee.
So we're back at the top of the round with Fellows. And what's Fellows going to do now? As he's retreated back further than he was earlier.
Right. He's gonna cast Melf's Acid Arrow
Okay,
right at the end.
all right. Now he has no cover. You got Polaris there, but you still have line of sight. He's big.
Okay. I mean, I use Dex on. I use
You should.
Dex on. Is correct.
Actually, it's
No.
intelligence.
Intelligence.
Casting-
It's 11.
Okay. No, 11 misses. Yeah, so they were just whizzed on
I
by.
think you've got it's +5 because it's that plus proficiency.
Oh, you're right. It's 3 plus my level.
6. His
So it's-
proficiency bonus is 3.
So it's actually 8 plus 8, 16.
Oh, 16 does. Yeah, that managed to hit. So the acid arrow goes screaming into the Etten,
Okay.
burning the creature. And both of them just roar at the same time. Damage?
7 points of damage.
7 points, okay. All right. You can see it sizzling in its skin. It's like tapping it out.
That's a continuous effect, right?
Yeah, next turn it'll do some more.
Okay, all right, keep that in mind. And anything else from Fellows? The moving, staying where he is?
I'm gonna stay put.
Okay. So that brings up.
Actually, I'm gonna move
Okay.
right here.
So it's gonna bring up Twig with Figaro on deck.
Awesome. So Twig's gonna take a quick moment just to make sure that.
And by the way, for Fellows, given his history, this is like the moment of his life. Because every moment before has just been failure.
Yeah.
And not just with this group,
Oh
I
yeah.
finally hit something, huh?
with the last group that died.
Okay, so what she's going to do is she's going to, if it didn't work the first time, she's going to try again. She's going to point at it and try to get the ugly head.
Are you making a called shot?
No,
Called shots with disadvantage.
you know what? Fuck it, I'll do a called shot.
Okay.
With disad.
All right, which head?
Spirit.
Bird or Crick?
Which one's uglier?
Pick. You look at the menu, you pick.
The one on the left.
Okay, that's Berg.
Berg.
Turkey.
Well, I got rid of that 19, but it got me fucking 10 plus 5, 15.
That still hits.
Nice.
So what are you hitting it with?
Eldritch Blast.
Eldritch Blast. Wham! You see the neck just kind of back.
Also, I checked. There is no size limit on this. Repelling blast, knock back 10 feet.
Wow, okay. So he's going to go stumbling back into the wall that's half
And you'll
broken.
notice that actually, with the line of sight that she's got, that's not going to hit our friend over there.
Well, let's see how much.
He's got clearance.
Well, good. Lucky for you, he rolled a dex save 20. So he manages to just stumble backwards, but stay on his feet. How far does it normally push back?
Up to 10 feet.
Up to 10 feet. Okay, so it doesn't quite push him that far, but it'll push him all the way back to the wall. Mm-hmm. And that's where
And
he made his dex save.
Oh, and he also takes damage,
Yep.
which is what do I add? Plus 3. That 9 damage.
9 damage. Okay.
9 force.
So yeah, this seems to kind of stagger him for a moment. As they're shoved back into this crumbling wall, manage to stay on their feet and not get blown over it because of the half wall that's there. They could easily trip over it. Anything else from Twig?
Twig's actually pretty good where she is.
Okay.
We should all just target that head specifically.
Yeah.
The other head alone.
And you can see
target
he's
the one on the
that
left?
Yeah.
Berg's head is like lolling. And Crick's like, "You all right? Look what you did!" And he seems to start to rage. Figaro, Tubbs on deck.
Cool. And then she's going to say, "Keep protecting me, my brave, noble Polaris." The two of them are dating. The care, the people, not the care.
I don't think Twig was as into it as Polaris.
No.
Good thing out of character.
Yeah.
Ow.
Whoops.
do I have the meow?
Quick only had eyes for Eurus.
Yeah. 1, 2, 3.
Eurus was a child.
Eurus was a grown man. He
Oh.
was just naive.
Wasn't he like 19?
He was in his 20s.
Ah,
He was just super sheltered.
nah.
Okay.
12 gets me there, and then action, throw a card.
Okay. Make your attack roll. No cover. I mean, he's literally right up against that wall that, you know.
Oh, that's a crit.
Wow, nat 20, huh? All right, so
no.
roll your damage, roll your d30.
Mistake, and then it was like,
Is that slashing or piercing?
Piercing.
Piercing,
I think
right?
we
'Cause
rolled
it-
it
yeah.
piercing.
Okay. So right in the back of this thing.
Yep.
Nothing better than sneak attack crits.
Ah, that's actually really high.
That's huge.
Yeah. It's 20. 29.
29. Okay. This thing is just the impact to the back. But let's roll a d30.
I don't have a D30.
Oh, well, don't we have a d30 over there?
Didn't know there was such a thing.
They're not as common.
I've never seen
He
it.
uses them for the crit table only.
Oh, okay. That's why I've never seen
27.
27? Okay, so 27. Wow, this is perfect. So, as the card enters, piercing through its flesh, sinew, and into, you nick the spinal cord. And as it does so, you see him spasm in pain. And he's kind of stunned. He seems like disoriented and stunned for the moment. So we'll see how that affects his turn.
About to ruin this boss's life.
Okay, so that's it for Figaro.
That's it for Figaro.
Okay, that brings up Tubbs with Azrador on deck.
Tubbsy's gonna take half his movement to stand up. Freaking Azrador.
Still stamping his foot.
And he's gonna just mention to Azrador that everyone's into the next room. Pipley's over there as well. We gotta get over there and help him out.
Obviously.
Hey, man.
What are you doing on the floor?
Gives him a hell
I'll
of a
attack
glare.
against him.
As he walks by, he shoulder checks the shit out of him. 5, 10,
I'll give you that.
20.
Free action shoulder
Get
check.
up right there.
Bastard.
And I just want to take a crossbow shot at.
It's their line of sight.
Okay,
There
you have
should
line
be.
of sight?
Can I see through the wall on this side, or do I have to get over to the other side?
No, you can see through, but it's
But it's an opening, so it's not. Okay.
Yeah.
Can I? And so. Hold on.
you don't have any
Actually,
more. You don't
know
have
what?
any more.
Hold on. 5,
Movement?
10. I can only get like right
Then you
here
get
because I.
bonus action.
You're right. If I use half my movement to stand up with a dash, that gives me extra full movement, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Gives you
So
another-
15. 5, 10, 20, 25. 25 is this, so I guess 30 would be right on the other side. Well, that's real. There's already 3 people standing there.
I'll give you some line of sight, but there's going to be some cover. So if you want to make the shot, give it a shot.
I'll give it a shot.
You have advantage
Because that wall is crumbling, and he's kind of. And there,
If
let me
he's
check. There
stunned,
may be
would there
something.
be
That's what I was just gonna
I
say.
already looked it up. It's advantage.
Yeah.
Well,
So,
I rolled 2 9s.
all right. Which
13.
13.
Does not hit.
That was really fucking close. If it wasn't for a little bit of cover, then you definitely would have hit him.
Hey, man.
But no, unfortunately. Bolt goes smashing into the wall. Anything else from Tubbs?
Nope.
Azrador just kind of looks at Tubbs as he passes him and watches him. The grimace on his face, on Tubbs' face as he misses with the shot. Amateur. But he didn't come toward him. He moves in the direction of this opening here as he goes just kind of stomping 5, 15, 25. I'm going to put him here for his movement. And let's see, 5, 10, 25. He goes stomping up the Pipley.
Hello.
So there you are.
Here I
finally. Where'd you find this rabble crew?
Oh, I was asked. Lord Headway asked me to help him out.
It's the best you could do.
Unfortunately.
Well, just kill it, all right?
We're trying. Come on.
And
I
then
just
we'll deal
wanted to
with the
make
other
sure you
thing.
knew where I
We'll deal
was.
with the other thing afterwards. All right. So that's it for Azrador. Pipley with Wob on deck.
I want to jump back around the corner, and I want a magic missile and direct target all 3 to the left head.
Okay. The left head.
It's
But that's a magic missile.
And it's auto hit, so
Yeah.
just being an asshole, basically. That's all that's happening here.
Well, I don't have any D4s.
It's all right.
And yeah, no advantage. It's just all. Tell me the damage.
Bell's ready.
Ooh, that's
3, 6, 7, plus 3, 10 damage.
10. Okay.
Directly into the left one's face.
So the force just the left berg. The force just hits this kind of lolling head, and you watch as depressions appear, fractures, starts to bleed out of his eyes and nose. But the creature's stunned, and so there's no real reaction at this point. But you can see you've done a massive amount of damage to Berg's head, and as the round ends with however you end it, you watch the head just kind of like slowly falling forward on its chin.
left him alone.
That head specifically, or
That head specifically, yeah,
Okay.
that you hit.
Well, we did say fuck that one head specifically.
I think I got one.
And Azador, who's, I guess he's doesn't really have line of sight from there, does he?
No.
But he can hear your exclamations like, yes, that's about what I expected. You don't knew that, Ripley. And it's going to bring up Wob with Polaris on deck.
What? Okay. So, how many more people could fit through the thing?
He can enter in an ally space, attack, and then move back.
Okay. So, would you just put him a little farther in?
So we'll say
Actually, he'll go right up to it and do a sword instead of
all right.
keep trying to
You
cross.
did flanking.
Yeah.
You
So
have +2 from flank. That's a house rule, John.
What's that?
That's a house rule we use. There's usually not flanking in D&D5e, but we use a house rule. We have 2.
19.
We used that too in the last campaign. Yeah. 19 hits.
All right. And then just I'm gonna roll a second attack before damage.
And you get advantage. What did you hit him with?
Short sword.
Yeah, so you know you have advantage on the creature, right? Because it's stunned.
Okay. So the first one I'm just gonna roll to see if I crit. Nope. Second one I'll roll again
Okay.
for advantage. +4, +2, 16.
16 points of damage?
No, so 16 to hit. I'm just rolling.
Oh, yeah, you definitely
Alright,
hit.
So then now.
You could use sneak attack on the first attack.
Oh my lord, I hate these things. Well, I like them, but I hate remembering them.
Add 2d6.
Sure. So 8, 13 plus 2, 15. 15 points of damage for the first one,
Okay.
and then 4 points of damage for the second one.
Okay. All right, so just you slash at his belly, his thighs, where you can reach, and he's just bleeding profusely. It looks like he's staggering on his feet at this point. Again, stunned, and so it's not really reacting yet, but we'll see where that goes. So that's it for Wob.
Yes.
All right, Polaris.
Polaris is going to turn to Dal and say, remember, knock it out. He's going to go for subdual damage, or non-lethal.
Oh, shit. Non-lethal?
Yeah.
Okay, to do
So
what?
he's taking the flat of his battle axe. He's attacking like
Okay.
normal. He's just doing.
What is he? Okay, go ahead.
Do we not want to kill this thing?
We want to keep as many alive as possible because this is a menagerie.
This is like his Jurassic Park, and they escaped, but he doesn't want us to kill him if possible.
Oh,
The guy that employed us.
But if these guys have the opportunities that they
15
can
hit?
do non-lethal.
It does.
We can't.
And you have advantage.
If he, yeah, that's with
we don't wanna
advantage.
kill him.
Otherwise, I would have had that one. If he uses Divine Smite, is there a way to make that non-lethal, or would I not be able to? Yeah, okay.
I don't think.
I thought that was pushing it.
yeah.
I figured I'd ask. It's okay. D8 plus 2 slashing damage.
So no divine smite.
No Divine Smite.
Okay.
He's going for non-lethal, so he's taking the flat of his battle axe and just bashing the other head.
Okay.
7 points
Okay.
of bludgeoning.
Okay, so it makes sense that you hit the other head, Crick, with the lolling head of Berg beside it, and the stunned creature is at this point. This is Polaris.
That's Polaris.
Yeah, so their turn is like next, which would be Skip because he's stunned. So man, this guy's fucked. You just watch his head just kind of go back, snap back, and then his eyes just glaze over, and this huge body begins to fall forward. Roll dex. Save.
Polaris is gonna roll dex. Roll 19.
19. Okay, so Polaris manages kind of like shove it away, you know, deflect it with his shield, and just get out of the way as it goes barreling over, boom, with a huge tuft of dust. And
Hooray!
he goes down. So it's been about, this whole
geez,
thing
you're
has
not
only been
upset.
about 18 seconds maybe. I think we're round 4.
Do we have a way of keeping this thing restrained?
You could put it in the cage.
How big's the cage?
I don't remember. How big's the cage?
It's right there. It says like 10 by 10.
Whoa.
And it's more about getting him through the opening.
Also, why is there a cage in here if this is where it lived?
Oh,
Good question.
That's some of the creatures that we have down here, of course, have magical abilities, and so I constructed this cage for those creatures that we might want to keep safe and non-threatening.
Who the hell are you?
Didn't expect.
All right. This is Asmodor, guys.
I am Asmodor. Don't you know me?
This is the douchebag.
I am not.
I love you, buddy, but you know.
I am
Well, remember
shocked
your
and
name.
figuring that you're alive.
You're the other douchebag. Remember, you had the T-shirt.
That's
So-
true.
All right,
We
well,
went to school together. In any case, we have to deal with the other thing
We
first.
were frat bros.
all right.
Yes, we were.
That's lovely. While I'm big, I'm going to go ahead and use this girth to try to haul him over to the cage.
You think you're going to get him inside that thing?
He's got girth.
You could sit down, right?
How long is he out for, by the way?
When you knock somebody out, usually it's
Is
It's like
the
It's
1 to 4
1d4
rounds.
hours?
Yeah.
Okay.
hours, yeah.
Okay. All right. He's gonna be out for a little bit.
So minimum.
I don't know if that's going to hold him. It's anti-magic, not anti-crush the bars.
If I if I can tie him up right, it doesn't matter how super strong the ropes are. If he can't get leverage, it doesn't mean jack shit.
Just tell me what you need me to do. I'll
Yeah.
maneuver his arms for you.
Well, can I get him to help with
So you guys are dragging this thing over?
dragging it over, and then
Okay.
I'm going to see if he can give me the help action to try and tie this guy up and hog
Right.
tie him in a way that he
Can
can't.
we tie
use
him
his
to
strength.
the cage? Like,
Sure,
even if
why
he can't
not?
fit in the bars, we could tie him to the bars.
So you guys get this thing.
Why don't you tie him in a ball and then put him?
That would actually
Yeah.
that would be great, actually.
So who's pulling this thing? Go ahead and go ahead and set it up.
Since I'm large size right now, I have advantage
Oh.
on strength checks.
Okay.
So I got a 17.
Okay. Yeah, I mean he's big, for sure, huge. But between as many of you, who's all helping besides Big
I'll help.
Big
Polaris
Doll?
will help.
Big Rose 8
Oh, be
strength
quiet.
means that he's pointing to where it should go. He's
Is
helping
it,
like a manager.
Fellows, since you decided to use your abilities now, got anything that can help us with this?
With keeping him in the kit. Oh, moving him over there?
Anything you could think
Oh,
of?
you're gonna drag him that way. Okay.
I was
that's
going to
fine.
drag him to the cage.
Okay,
Yeah.
so just put him at the edge of the water at this point, just prone. And is
To
Polaris helping with that?
what
or
would
just
you like
Doll?
me to try to do if I could?
Well, you got anything that could keep him unconscious longer? I'm not familiar with
Yeah.
the big noise you made that shattered the walls. That was news to me, buddy.
Keep him unconscious and held? Not really, no.
All right.
You can just punch him really
I
hard.
don't know why I
if you
moved
can't.
all of us to that side, but that's where we are, I guess.
Bring the man.
We really should deal with the other thing. And at that point, you hear this.
What?
It's like he said it like 4 times. What? Yeah.
When he said the other thing, you guys were talking about college stuff. I thought he meant the other thing
Yeah.
being the Eton.
You hear this kind of like just this movement in that room that appears to be their Bergen Crick's place for sleeping time. And then kind of a tired voice. "Ooh, Berg Crick,
Oh, I do not like the implication.
are you?
I do not like the implication.
Oh, why are they gone? Why are they keeping us so warm? And now we're here all alone. What's going on out there?" And you hear this kind of movement.
I heard of this thing called Weekend at Bernie's.
I-
You just have to hold him up.
I hide behind the unconscious body of the
You
end.
got 1 round.
Cool, that's what I do.
shit.
1 round. As this.
Don't come this way, honey. We're fine.
Yeah. Are you gonna try that?
Dal's gonna panic and
Yes.
try that.
Okay, persuasion.
So proud of you.
Not my strong suit. Hopefully, your insight is less than this. It's actually not too well. It's 10. It's average.
10.
Yeah.
I mean, it's better than it's good
well-
for you.
It's good for Dal.
Do that 10. Close, but no.
Shit.
Not convincing, but what's everybody else doing with the rest of the round?
17 hiding behind the corpse.
Behind the corpse, okay? All right, Azador became, yeah, where he is perfect. Is he's kind of watching what's going on.
Back up here.
I'm readying a second level magic missile.
Okay. Okay. And then,
You know what? I'm gonna do the same thing.
Oh, and
Okay.
I'm going to use my
Yeah, I'm
action
gonna
just
do
to
that.
recast Mage Hand.
Mage Hand, all right.
Just that way it's in play for if I need to use it for a bonus action.
We can,
I was like, let me just move myself. Let's just swap.
Rather than to roll for hits. Just go with
how
the
big is this thing?
Polaris will use that round to heal himself.
We get a better idea as to that we have a space here that you guys can move through freely, and a large creature would have to move through as difficult terrain, 'cause it's like crawling. So that's that. And all right, so at this point, go ahead.
I'm just gonna move over here.
All right, so you can move back a little. Okay,
Okay.
go ahead. Anybody else
You hear that
doing
from
anything?
over here, correct?
Yes, you hear it from over there in that little room. Anybody else moving or doing anything?
Call it the sex room.
Okay, yeah. So a creature much like Bergen Crick comes stumbling out. Female, obviously. You see the
That's not obvious, brother.
I was gonna say, are you sure?
That's got a real thick beard.
it seems to speak as if it's female.
That's a very handsome woman.
What's going on? What's happening? Why is Bergen Crick on the floor?
I let it loose.
Go.
I'm right behind you.
I told you should have paid attention to me.
Specifically at the one that's talking.
Go ahead.
If I had a nickel for every time Ravik used a giant male figure for a female character, I'd have 2 nickels,
But
which
that's-
isn't a lot. But it's weird it happened twice.
I don't know. I
16 points of damage
Odds-dead
directly
Rabbit
at the
got
head.
meme.
Okay. Okay, so you hit which
Huh?
one? The right one or the left one?
Whichever one was speaking.
Okay, all right.
So you could make that call.
Yeah, so it's going to be the right one.
Okay.
16 points of damage?
Yep.
Okay. All right, so I mean, that's the one that was actually speaking and just kind of forced
I've been saving my second.
and kind of stopped her, in mid-sentence.
And you?
I'm gonna do the same thing, same head.
Okay.
Just because I can't do non-lethal, so I gotta get my damage off quick, or else I'm not using it.
8 points of damage.
8 points of damage. Okay.
You?
Was
There's only
that
2
second level?
What's that?
What level was
Oh,
that?
wait.
So second, you roll 4.
You
Yeah.
4.
So we're 2 more times.
So that's 6 and 7, 13.
Even at level 1, you do 3.
It's been a long time.
That's fine. No, so you're right. Now you're right.
13 and then plus 1 for each. So
So
that'll be-
it's 15.
15. Wow.
Same.
Okay. All right, so the other one, with every bolt that hits, the left one, because you're hitting the right one, is like, oh. And it just, wham. You see his head going back.
Invisible bees.
And then it just kind of lolls a bit, and kind of tips over, kind of like what Berg did, just and
Now non-lethal the other one.
the one that wasn't his, like, Wig, what's happened? What's happening?
That's kind of depressing.
And Azador's like, oh shit. She's under a geese, you fools. And that's all he says.
She's what?
What
Over-
the hell is a geese?
She was under a geese.
We haven't seen any geese.
Roll for initiative.
Oh, it knew.
Is everybody? Yeah, there was no other held attacks, right?
No.
Okay.
I'm going first this time.
Woo! Yay!
14.
Okay, Pillow's a 14.
21.
21 from which one? Pipley?
Hipley.
21.
20 for Dow.
20 for Dell.
21 for Twig.
Okay. Twig or Pipley have the higher decks.
Oh, Twig.
Twig.
Okay, Polaris
13.
and Figaro.
Figaro has a 18. Renee has a 19.
Okay, Bob and Tubbs.
Wob has a 17. Tubbs has 18.
Wow, you guys roll good this time. Okay, so that's gonna mean Twig, Pipley, Dahl rolled a 20. And then Renee with a 19. And then Figaro. Tip, tip. And then Bella and Fuig. And Tubbs. Okay, and then Blob. And Fellows. And Polaris.
This is the highest my deck's can be.
Okay, so top of the round, Twig.
14 ounces.
With Pipley on deck.
Twig doesn't understand the assignment. She doesn't understand what the heck the thing about the geese was. So she's gonna call shot, go for the other head. With
Okay.
Eldritch Blast.
Okay, all right.
Might just add.
Yep, go for it.
It works so nice, she'll try it twice.
Yeah, you got line of sight there.
I do. Oh, that's not sexy though. That's only an 11.
11, wow. Boom. Dust. And wall on the back.
She pouts.
Okay. Anything else from Twig?
Nope.
Pipley? Down on deck?
I'm gonna look at Astor and be like, do you mean under a guise?
Geez.
How do you say the word
We've
disguise?
had this discussion before, you
Okay,
know?
so what does that mean? I'll use my turn to have
He
a
was
conversation.
charmed, you idiot.
Oh, but it is an M.
Yeah.
Oh, that's fine. Okay.
He kind of rolls his eyes.
Do I?
Typical Pipley.
Would you give me an action after that? Whole
Yeah, yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
I'll firebolt it.
Okay.
17.
17 hits.
6 points of fire damage.
6 points, okay. All right. And... All right, so this creature just like... seems to be almost waking up and the shock on her face. Doll.
I was worried we killed someone like disguised as an M and this oh, gosh shit.
I know what a geese is. It's just down.
With Renee on deck.
Same.
All right. 20, 30, 35, 40, 45. I feel like I'm counting these wrong.
It's all right.
Let me say 30 up here. 35, 40, 45. 50. If I dash, I can get up to her face. Actually, I'm gonna dash and get right here.
Oh, so that way everyone else has line of sight.
There you
So
go.
courteous.
I try my best. But that's my dash, so I don't really have anything else I can. Fuck it. This is probably the last room. I'll action surge. How many rounds passed while we were transporting the other one?
It was just one, I guess, probably one or two. Well, more than that, probably two.
I'll give him just count my giant size. All right.
Big old
For
Dow there.
non-lethal?
Actually hit this time, and I'm going for non-lethal. It's 34 damage, or 34. Jesus, 24 to hit.
Okay, that hits.
Eat it.
Had a stroke.
34 damage at level 3? What are you?
I just had a complete. Lost my mind. And now I can't find my damage. I don't remember what I used to attack. Oh, right.
I believe in you.
I'm a longsword. And I had an extra d6 because of my size. So 5 plus 5 is 10. 10 points
All
of
that for 2 points of damage?
non-lethal damage.
Okay.
I don't hit hard,
Non-lethal?
I can just take a hit.
Okay. All right, that was non-lethal, you said?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so mix of lethal, non-lethal going on there. Okay, so she takes the hit, still up. Anything else from, who's that, Doll?
That was Dell.
Dell.
Stop.
Okay, that brings up Renee.
Where's Renee? Where is she? Oh, she's in the far corner. Well, she doesn't really have line of sight. Or she doesn't really have, she has range, but it'd be a disadvantaged shot. So that'd be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Mounds of Hell.
And then she's gonna shoot at her
With crossbow?
with a crossbow.
Okay.
And she's gonna miss wildly.
Wow. He just watches graze by.
I feel a crossbow
Not
ball
one
go.
wildly, or
Not nat 1 wildly, but nat 5 wildly.
if I'm standing right there.
Yeah,
All right, so that's it for Renee then?
that's it for Renee.
So it brings up Azrador with Figaro on deck.
Got it.
I give a little elbow. Come on, bud.
Azrador's like, yeah, don't kill this one, all right?
We didn't kill the other one either.
I know, but just don't kill this one.
Okay.
We're going to mate them. God, how am I going to explain this to him?
You only need one head to mate.
That kind of stops him. He's
I
like,
think all of us stopped right there. What?
even Bella's like,
The battle goes silent as everybody slow turns.
for a whole minute. Okay, well,
I say it with pride.
and that brings up Figaro.
Well, I know he just said that thing about don't kill it, but I don't know if I can hear. And I don't know if I can do non-lethal card damage.
No.
So I have advantage because I'm hiding.
Oh, jeez.
True.
And okay,
What was your roll? You rolled a high roll, didn't you?
I did roll a hide roll. It was like 20.
Yeah, okay.
It was good
Yep.
for once. So yeah, and fuck it. I'm gonna use the sharpshooter -5 to attack.
Wow. Okay, here it comes.
I could roll shit. So
You could.
I don't. Let's see, rolled a crit. I don't crit, but that is 19 to hit.
19 hits. Yeah, no
Cool, so
cover,
that's-
nothing. She's just out there with
I like how
flares.
she asked if she could do non-lethal and then went the complete opposite.
Yeah, wait,
direction.
Jesus. Who
Yeah,
As lethal as possible.
I know. I have,
cares if you hurt it? You know we've been trying to not kill these creatures.
I know, but also I don't know how much more punishment this thing can take.
We shall see.
Oh, like 20?
20? Okay, 20 points of damage. Yes, the card is just impales in her chest, and she just kind of looks stunned as she looks down, seeing this playing card, buried deep
In her
between her
bosom?
cleavage. And yeah, she's still up,
Oh, thank God.
but
And then
you
figures
see anger now growing on her face.
Figure's gonna use his bonus action to hide the corpse again. Or behind the corpse, Not
Go
doing
ahead,
a full
yeah, go ahead and make your roll. Go ahead and make your roll. And that's gonna bring up
17.
Bella and Twig, which is kind of just Bella right now, really. So Doll is on him in large form, in large form right now. And that's it, right? Is Polaris over there too?
Nope.
Nope. He
Polaris.
Hasn't got up there yet.
Okay, all right. All right, she's gonna come around. And both you guys in the firelight, flashing up, reflecting off of your faces, skin, sweat glistening, and in this heroic moment, as the two of you clash, these giant titans coming together, like, I don't know, Tyson and the other guy. No,
Jake Paul.
Jake
I-
Paul.
Other
yeah,
guy.
No.
I don't want to be either with this scenario.
I feel so
Not after that,
small
but-
right now.
No, and makes 2 attacks with the big clubs, basically these big branch stick things. Wow, not doing well. I would blame that on Fueg's somewhat incapacity.
Blame it on Jake Paul.
Yeah, so 12 and a 10.
Deflected with my. I'll deflect one with my sword, one with my shield.
Okay, ping, and you don't see surprise. You just see kind of this acceptance on her face. And that's gonna bring up Tubbs with Wob on deck.
Well, where are the boys at? I don't remember which one I picked for. I picked this guy.
Didn't matter. Just pick one. They're NPCs.
He could get there with a dash. Non-lethal, he will try to take the butt of the short sword.
Okay.
Knock it into whatever part of the body he can reach. I
Kneecap.
think I can get it with a point of flanking. First one is 22 to hit.
That hits.
Alright, we'll roll damage to see what happens here. 4 points of non-lethal damage.
Okay.
Alright, and then the second one,
Would you use sneak attack or non-lethal? Probably not.
probably not.
It's arguable. Because like if you hit
I don't.
them in
That's
the
not.
back of the head.
That's not damage you can control.
Well, I'm thinking like you could do a sneak attack where you hit somebody in the back of the head real in the right spot. But
Like a Vulcan nerve.
your call.
hit.
Is there a rule on that?
Not that I
Anybody
know of.
know?
I don't know.
You see, we do spend most of the
If somebody
time
wants to look up non-lethal damage real quick and see if there's anything applicable to that, but in the meantime,
Sneak attack.
Second attack is 15.
15
Uh-huh.
hits.
Okay.
No.
8 points of non-lethal damage.
Okay. All right. Still up. kind of swaying at this point. See your eyes kind of glazing over a little bit. And that was Tubbs?
Yep.
All right, what's Wobbs doing with fellows on deck?
Alrighty. The lobster. 5, 20, 30, then 5. Same thing?
Okay, so you can get over there. All right.
Yeah, with the dash.
Yep.
He doesn't technically have flanking, right? Because he's in the middle.
No, he does because of Dahl. The Dahl's so huge that. You
Okay.
know,
Yeah, you can go.
yep.
22.
He covers a lot of space. How many? Yes, hits.
22 to hit. Okay. 3 points of non-lethal.
Okay.
Second one. 16 to hit.
That hits.
4 points non-lethal.
Okay, so you see her kind of stumble down to, well, not going prone or
She's
anything.
now, sir.
She's kind of going down to one knee at this point. As she's having a hard time just staying up. Her eyes are really starting to glass over at this point. You see a lot of the strength going out of her. And that brings up fellows with Polaris on deck.
Can't do anything with non-lethal.
Yeah, Pipley's kind of out too.
It's strange when you have a mix of non-lethal and lethal.
It's just melee and non-melee.
It just depends on what knocks him out.
And I think it just comes down to the end, doesn't it?
Yeah, whatever brings up the 0 is what
Yeah.
If I
happens.
use a quarterstaff, how do I go? I just.
You gonna go up to him? Do you have the movement?
Yeah.
That's a good-
This is difficult terrain, so you would have to dash.
I know I
So-
have to dash.
You can't pull rogue bullshit.
Yeah, I'll make it. So I'm just gonna move.
Okay.
It's half through here, right?
Yeah.
Or double. It's like 10 feet on those 2 or 3 spaces there, and then it's regular again.
Technically, I mean, if I can get there.
Yeah, you're still some distance away with that one move, but are you going to get
No,
some in your inventory?
I'm not gonna do. That's my move.
Okay, no action.
No action.
Okay, maintaining your spot there.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's going to bring up Polaris. The end of the round.
Polaris, get there.
Polaris is gonna look at how crowded it is on that side, look at the water. If they come over here, Twig, I'll protect you.
And
Dum, dum,
Twig's
dum.
real action, which would be look at him side eye and then keep looking at the prize.
He's gonna take the full defense action in front of Twig.
You should give Twig some, like, you know, I don't know, Gone with the Wind type personality. Oh, Polaris, how heroic of you.
Spencer might have
You
to
are the
respond.
one that I love forever.
Oh, Polaris, keep.
Here's looking at you,
Have
kid.
Twig suddenly loves the gnome.
So that's it. Polaris is nowhere to go at this point, just kind of holding an action in case he's attacked over there. So it's going to bring up Twig. Top of the round, Pipley on deck.
Oh, Twig didn't get the turn last turn.
No, she did.
Yeah, she
Oh,
did.
she did. Yeah, you're right. I did snipe the head. I
Mhm.
forgot about Twig.
That's why Twig is.
Twig.
Like that.
Fuck, she doesn't have non-lethal either. Wait, she does. She does. She can use her kitty attack.
What?
She has cat stuff.
Oh, with the claws.
Yeah.
You could non-lethal claws?
I don't know.
Well,
Or
you're
else-
basically
Any melee attack. I mean, it's the same as
Right.
non-lethal with a long sword.
basically retracted claws.
She's gonna like soft pat. Like,
She claw pats until they go to sleep.
Does the thing a cat does to a belt on the floor and just go.
Damage.
I see.
It's kind of soothing.
I would do that.
Knocked out by biscuits.
You know what? I think that she so bonus action to miss. She'll bonus action to Misty Step here,
Okay.
and then
You could do that, Twig? Wow!
Look, you do it all the time. Then she's going to. You can move through allies. So I'm thinking like.
She was just so starstruck by Polaris's eyes.
She specifically
she's-
gets that ability when she has to avoid water.
She
Yeah.
or she wants to avoid water and also Polaris
Cat's
probably.
grace.
There you go.
Okay, I'm gonna put her here, but just know that she's on top of the boxes
All right, so she's
Because-
standing on top of the boxes.
because cats in boxes.
Yep, she's got a climb speed, so that's fine.
Yeah. And then she's gonna try it, and then she's gonna make
She's
a
gonna make a paw attack.
attack.
Crit for biscuits. Let's go.
Okay. That's 15,
It hits.
and that is 2.
2. Well,
Does 2 non-lethal damage take it down?
as much as I hate this, the paw attack, she had 1 hit point left.
So what she's gonna do is Twig jumps
Okay, I
over,
was
she
gonna
climbs
hit
up
it
to
with
the
the
top
staff.
of it, and then she's just gonna hit it with the back with her padded claws, and just knock the one head out, and it
As-
just crumples.
Impossible as that seems, she goes down in a crumple. And who can I punish for this? Who can I
Well,
punish?
probably
I
directly
feel like she would
forward.
lean towards me.
Yeah, she probably would.
And I'm
And then
gonna
you're
try to
large
catch
enough
her.
that she just kind of falls in your arms dramatically,
All right.
unconscious. And there's Dal holding
Unless
the
you want
two-headed
to deck.
She
female Etten, presumably.
She smells real bad, fellas. Can we?
She does.
Let's hurry this along, and I'm just gonna start scooting her back towards
Okay.
the other side of the cave.
So we're out of initiative right now, and Ezra was like, "Oh, for fuck's sake! It's just. I hope you've been nowhere else in the Menagerie." Looking at Pipley, you've gone nowhere else, right? It's the only chamber you came to.
Yeah.
Ah, there you go.
What are you talking about? We killed like half the.
No,
What?
we went straight here.
The monsters killed each other.
What monsters kid? What? Oh my God!
We saved most
He just
of
starts to hyperventilate.
much
Look,
to.
Asmodor,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
understand. However, I forewarned Lord Headway when we got here. Should it have been our lives or the lives of the beasts, it was going to be our lives. I said we would do our best, and it is what we've done.
Your life. If it was going to be your lives, you would save, not give up.
You're a smart man, yes.
yes. I wish you would kind of the other way, except for you.
Plus, they're
The rest
both
of
just
them-
unconscious. We did kill these two.
That's true. They are the most, other than the mammoth, but that is nothing of your doing.
I really
Bastard.
wanted to see the mammoth. I would have saved it if I could. I swear on that.
Oh, I know you would have.
The shit snake's alive. That makes you feel any
Yeah,
better.
there is the giant serpent in the toilets.
Oh, alive? What?
Yeah,
Serpents in the
kind of.
toilets?
Well, okay, so here's the thing. Even the ones that are alive, they came at us for a while, so they're at least a little damaged, but they're alive.
Okay. Serpents in the toilets? There's no serpents in the toilets?
Well,
They're
Oh, wonderful! And you just start stomping around. What am I gonna tell Hidway? What's Nedrin gonna say?
Oh, yeah, about that. And I pulled a nameplate out of my backpack.
This is Asmodor on it.
Oh, that's right. No, because that was from the foreman's
No,
office.
no, that was his office.
Oh, all right.
Asmodor's office.
Well, we found your office.
Oh, you did?
Nedrin also found your office. And some minotaurs found your office.
And the duck. You found my duck?
We did find the duck,
Oh,
actually.
where is he?
Did we take the duck?
it's under the table.
Under the... And he just kind of starts to slowly concentrate. Oh, shit. That's where the Minotaurs were?
Yeah, and also, but as a more important matter, Nedrin is dead.
Nedrin's dead?
Nedrin is dead.
I can't communicate with my familiar, and Nedrin's
No, we
dead.
have his body.
They didn't need him. His head
Right.
got crushed by a crate.
Yeah.
thing.
Oh my god, it's just
Died
getting
on his
worse and
own.
worse
He
and worse
might
and
have been
worse.
like on a stepladder and trying to get the box of
What?
rice cakes, and then just fell over and died.
Ice skates. The salted meat, you fool! He looks like he's gonna pass out. He's just going all colors of red and purple and everything. What's everybody else doing?
While he's doing that,
Wide?
I'm trying to move the end
Yes!
on either side of the cage, and I'm gonna put their arms through the bars if I can, and tie their arms together in the bar. In the cage.
Oh,
That's
I'll
hilarious.
Do, like,
That is
I'll do
so
that.
romantic.
If you hold them there, then
Yeah, I'll
do
hold the
tying.
arms, and you and the cannon fodder
actually
team
pretty
can,
sick.
can tie them all
Yeah.
together.
all right.
Should I make a sleight of hand check?
Yeah, sure. You tying the knots?
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank God.
I'm doing it with help, so I have advantage.
All the rogues are doing that part. I'm just holding the arms
Ooh,
together over
I'll
the
go
cage.
with the
Gotcha.
first one, which was a dirty 20.
Well, you know, even if they, you know, when they wake up, I think they're going to be a mess.
Yeah, but also this
You
way
guys
they
really
don't
kind
have
of fucked them up. And Zerdor's going to have to consider the amputation effects of one head versus the other, if that's what it comes down to.
Oh, right head.
But yeah,
Well, I mean, he just needs 1 out of 3.
So,
What? No, you need at least 2
What?
out of 4. Where does that math come from? Hold on a second.
so as you guys tie up the ends in this odd position in the anti-magic cage made of platinum, the water now crimson with their blood, some of your blood maybe, flowing away, turning clean again in slow movement to the water. The echo of your voices, you know, throughout the cavern starts to tamp down a bit. As combat ends, hear yourselves speaking clearly with one another. Azrador fuming over in the corner to himself, and then once in a while Dark looks at the rest of you. Not so much Pipley, but the rest of you, as he seems to be
Frat bros.
considering his options. I guess we're gonna take a break and see if Azrador lets him leave alive.
Oh, does the little bitch want me to steal his stuff and take his head?
Oh, the little bitch, it's like an 18th level wizard or
Can
something.
we save someone likable once? Like, I feel like everybody we have to rescue is like a dick.
Well,
Sorry.
I mean, this is Azrador. Anyway,
Hey, you know, we just went over the rules for non-lethal damage, so, you know, if we need to...
True.
We can take him out awake, we can take him in warm, or we can take him in cold, but we need to take him in.
If he knows what a geese is, I think he might be stronger than us.
he's also been in an anti-magic cage for a while, so who knows what
Also
strength he has at this
squishy.
point. Yeah. So quick break. We'll be back in a few minutes. See what happens next. Well, welcome back, everyone, as we look to the conclusion of the Menagerie, and if they can make it out alive, with Azrador, as angry as he is over his unacceptance of the way that things have been handled so far in the Menagerie as he's hearing them. In any case, they have subdued the unconscious Ettins, and we're no longer in initiative. Combat's over. What are we gonna do?
Well,
I think it's time we make our way out.
Yeah,
should we grab the corpse of that dwarf on our way out, or
probably. That one you might find valuable to resurrect.
Also, you need your duck from there, right?
If you left the duck in my office with the Minotaurs, it might explain why I cannot communicate with it any longer.
What was it? Is it a real duck?
It's my familiar, you fool.
Oh, that's right.
You can eat a familiar.
Apparently.
I don't know that he can be eaten,
Well, it's
but
not-
he's
it's not
gone.
Once they eat it, it's gonna poof away in their stomach. It's not like it's gonna actually provide sustenance.
Oh,
love
well,
that
no,
duck.
we in an emergency situation.
Well, you can get it back. I
Hey,
know
bro.
it's pricey, but you can do it.
Yeah. You remember that
can.
magpie that I had that was flying around for a little bit and carrying the lantern?
The one that carries a giant lantern and lives under your hat. I kind of assumed it wasn't a real magpie.
Yeah, it's like that duck.
And someone that went poof when the lantern exploded on the ground if he'd been hit by the piercer, if I recall correctly.
Yup.
Yep.
So Azador just kind of quietly fuming next to Pipley. Are you leaving this chamber now, or
I think we're gonna head out.
Do we want to
Well,
rest
actually-
at all?
Can I want to go investigate the sleeping chambers of the inn.
Yeah, I'll also do that.
what was that, fellows?
I was going to ask, do we want to rest at all to recharge our spells or anything like that?
We will rest shortly.
I'm just asking. I don't know what.
We did tell that impatient bitch upstairs that we were going to be another 2 hours, and we've only been down here another
10 minutes.
10, 20 minutes.
We
after
could do a
that.
short one.
Let's do a short rest, sure.
I
Short rest?
want to investigate before we rest them.
Okay.
And I would like to help.
What do I get back after a short rest? I can't remember.
Let's see
Hit points if you
here.
need them.
I don't know hit points, but
And that's a
spells.
NPC mage, so I doubt that they have the.
You need
Those are
arcane
my
recovery to
spells. Yeah.
recover
Yeah.
spells on a short rest.
Okay, yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Probably not. Yeah, it's hard with that.
Uh,
The full rest. Yeah.
21.
Well, wizards do have an ability.
What are you investigating?
The
Spell back,
sleeping
but Brennan-
pit.
Oh, the sleeping chamber?
Okay.
Okay.
Fair enough.
It's quite a mishmash of goods.
Sure.
And it looks like there's a carton of a crate of meat that's salted,
Okay.
like what you saw the Minotaurs eating earlier. There is a cask of ale that's basically been busted open. Looks like somebody put their fist through it. Most of it's kind of spilled all over the floor and soaked some of the mats and things around it. As you turn over some of the mats, looking, investigating the whole area, a lot of what looks like smaller remnants of the mammoth. And as far as anything valuable, you're in there on your own right now, right?
I helped.
You're helping, just the two of you?
I'll help.
So you find a ring.
Ooh.
And just because we're at the end of this scenario, I'll just tell you what it is. So it's a ring of protection.
Oh, huge.
Yeah, go for it.
Only the two of you know that you found a ring. But it's Pipley that's looking, right?
Yeah.
Roll a history.
Oh.
No.
Yay. 6.
I'm going to give you advantage because there's a symbol on the ring. I should probably just give it to you because there's a symbol.
15.
It's good enough. It's on the ring is engraved the typical enchantments that give it the properties of a ring of protection, but there's also a small little image outline carved of a duck.
That's backwards.
Moral dilemma.
No, not really. He used to take my shit in college all the time. I would take his. You know, it's one of the things.
You do realize, Pipley does realize if he got a good look at this, he would realize it's his.
No, of course.
Okay, so, I mean,
So they'll put it
but
later.
Yeah.
where you take this, is
I
up to
look
you.
at it, I smirk, and I certainly put that in my bag.
Okay.
100%.
Yeah.
That was a good thing to do.
I look at you and with such a gnomish shit-eating grin, I'm like, exactly.
I wink. I got you.
And that's all you find of any value in there.
That's
Clearly it was
more than
taken
enough
from
for my
him.
11 armor class. More than welcome. Well,
And he hasn't thought about it, apparently, so. So nothing else of value there. You guys are taking a short rest?
oh yeah.
The hour passes quietly.
I have our...
I know Burke and Crick were out for 4 hours. Looks like Bell and Fuig are going to be out for 3. So they're out the whole time. And still going to be out for longer than that. But they're alive.
I can get spells back.
And so at the end of your short rest, nothing has occurred. There's been nothing threatening coming into the room. Just stinks like high heaven. Flies are starting to accumulate in just these vast clouds over the carcass of the mammoth. You hear them buzzing from the other room.
We gotta head out.
Okay.
Oh
So,
God, your accent's contagious.
so heading out of this
That
room,
don't be-
Azrael just kind of skulking behind. But as you leave, he's paying a lot more attention to the surroundings. Back to this. I mean,
You think you could get the
Oh.
our dwarven foreman?
I'll let Polaris do it since I've been doing most of the heavy lifting for a while. Can't let him slack off too much. He gets lazy.
geez, we got a lot of.
What is this that we're in?
That it?
Caves or a dungeon?
Yeah.
This is like the
Yeah, so this is where you're coming out of right here.
It's the Menagerie. This is the first floor of the Menagerie. We went to that was the herbivore, which God knows why the Ettins were there. They probably moved from somewhere else. But this is the rest of it. Like, this was the troglodyte enclosure. This was the land shark enclosure. Well, the land sharks broke out.
So we got pups.
This was his office that we mentioned earlier.
No.
His friend's
Menagerie?
office, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, the mini tars are in there.
dead.
No, alive.
Alive.
Okay,
I make
so-
note of things that are alive.
What is this doing?
I
here?
guess that's
Did we
the
fight
point.
this?
No, the raw.
Yeah, it's a piercer.
Oh, the piercer.
The
Yeah.
piercers and the sarlacc in that pit.
The shit snake is in here. These are the bathrooms.
Yeah,
If you mention it, it's still alive. Otherwise, it's very dead.
Actually, this was the land shark enclosure, right?
Yes.
This is where the
yes, but there's land shark
Babies.
corpses
the cake we don't trust.
that are lying around. Azrael's looking. He's kind of wincing. Oh, not those. Oh, at least the children are still alive.
I fed them.
What'd you feed? Oh,
There's meat in the barrels.
oh, good. I'm glad they were fed.
We did kill the troglodytes, though.
All of them?
Well, they were being dicks.
I know they are such sticks, but you know what it took to get them here?
Well, don't let them break out next time.
That is true. How did this happen?
Yeah.
Well, the Ettins. How did it happen?
There's a duck over there. I see it.
Oh yeah.
That's so funny.
Well, the chains, the braces that were holding Brick and Crick safely against the wall and wouldn't allow them to move. Somehow, somebody forgot to lock one, and then the great strength these characters, these
Is somebody
creatures are.
you?
Roll an insight.
I just start laughing at him.
With advantage, you know him really well.
Sure. $12.
You know him well enough that he's kind of. This was probably an allusion to himself.
Sure.
And so they escaped, and then just created havoc throughout the menagerie. I happened to be in my office drinking, just resting.
God.
Resting
When
with
they
your ale.
came upon me and captured me unawares. I had no spells prepared, and they put me in this cage, and well, I guess they released everything, and it broke all the fences and barriers, and it just looks like a mess in here. As I walk through, you end up back in that main area where the concessions were, and there's still that beating on the door. Boom, boom, boom. Oh,
How's it looking though? Is it like
they're still holding, but
We
they're
locked
kind of
that
like
snake.
less intense as they were before, as if it's
that thing's getting
tiring.
tired?
I mean, you guys have chopped off a few heads already, killed, a few of its heads.
probably like 4
A
heads.
few of its heads. Yeah, that's
It's
the
like
shit
4 or
hydra.
5
Yeah,
hydras
and
in
obviously
there.
they grow back, but it's tired the beast, and Azador was like, it's not supposed to be anything that would harm our customers.
Everything in here could harm your customer.
Well, when it's loose, of course, you idiot. Are you still big?
No,
Well,
he-
not
he-
after an
he
hour, right?
shrank a long
Yeah,
time
okay.
ago. Yeah.
So, no, of course not. Oh, but in the toilets, it's awful. Awful. How did it get there?
No.
You
I ain't the
didn't put
sharpest.
it there, did you?
No.
Of course I put it there.
Keep side-eyeing.
I ain't
quickly.
the
How the
sharp.
hell would I put a serpent in a toilet?
I know your pranks.
What?
Don't tell me.
I wish
Where did you leave Nedron? Was it over there by the outside
we
the
left it
office?
literally in front of the door. They threw the body at us, we inspected it, and then just walked away.
Yeah, we should go back around this way and get it.
Oh, I figured that we kind of just said that we did.
Oh, no, no.
Do we need to actually
We're
go
going
do that?
back.
Well, I mean, who knows what's over there now?
Okay.
Azador's especially anxious. He's like, just go to the office quickly. Let's see what's happening.
All right.
Okay.
Okay.
Sure. All right.
Now, while we're walking, you mentioned that she was geesed. What do you think could have geesed her?
It's not geese. This one's not real bright, is he? It's,
He does his
it's,
best.
No, but I know when to lock manacles.
it's a geese. What was your question?
What could have charmed her? You thought she was charmed or geesed or geesed?
I cast a geese upon her.
Well, you said that like you realized something. You forgot?
No, I.
Oh, he was
Said he was
upset because
geese.
I attacked
I just said
her
we had to
before
deal
then
with
he,
the other
he
thing.
had a chance to say it.
My
It's
God,
my
this
fault.
is why I don't study all that bullshit.
That
you
one's
guys
on me.
make
I'll
up
use
rules
that.
as
Why
you
you
go
could never
along.
even get into wizard school?
I know, it's great.
We give each other like a. All right.
Stick with my own magic.
As you make your way back around, the door is closed. Exactly as you recall. The door is closed. Nedrin's body with a crushed head is out there. Of course, the Azador's looking in the chamber, just wincing at the damage that he sees done in the troglodyte chamber with the bodies everywhere. The orcs that have exploded with spores, just
The sporks. if you
yes, the
will.
sporks that have kind of sighs of relief that no one went into the cake chamber.
What was in there?
Yeah, what is in the cake?
Oh, you guys
Is
are
it a
standing.
lie?
You guys are standing in front of the barred door. You can see the cake on top of the small table. The chairs all kind of haphazardly around. I bet you thought there was a break chamber. Someone might celebrate something special occasion. Yes, that was the illusion. Good thing you didn't go in. It says, oh, you see, I misspelled it. It's not the cake is a lie. I meant to write the cake is alive.
That's hilarious, and I love you.
It's a terrible mimic. This awful creature. Oh, you wouldn't
you we
want to
shouldn't have
encounter
gone
this
there.
thing.
I told you we shouldn't have gone in there.
kind of want to more now.
No.
Can you carry his body back?
I think Polaris can. My muscles hurt from carrying 2 Ettins around.
That's fair. Polaris is a little distant today anyway.
Yeah, he's been quiet.
Yeah.
He's going around. Polaris is walking behind everybody with Twig and just sort of like side-eyeing her and looking forward. Puffs out his chest more, trying to be impressive.
Twig side-eyes him. She gives him the dismissive look of like, you're trying harder. If you try even harder than that, maybe I'll give you more attention.
Wow.
You know that mind game.
Oh, I do. See, Polaris rolled a nat 20 on insight, so
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
he's got a little more strut. He's clearly bent on trying more. Keep that in mind, Mike.
Damn. As you guys are fiddling with Nedrin's body, Azador's like, oh, poor Nedrin. I guess we'll have to find a new foreman. Oh well. And then he purposely walks toward the door to his office.
If you,
What's wrong?
the Minotaurs are still in there.
So?
If they,
What do you mean so?
He opens the door.
Okay.
Inside, you
Let him
see
in.
the office as it was, except the more the caskage is broken open and damaged. Meat has been stacked everywhere. That's the only thing that's organized.
Like weirdly
is the
neatly?
meat. Yes,
That's hilarious.
Exactly, weirdly neatly stacked, whereas everything's just a mess. And that's only in the front. In the back, everything looks the same, except no duck.
Would
The duck is-
I know what his duck's name is?
Gone.
Does it have one?
Yeah, I think you would.
What is it?
Quackens.
Hold on.
He's the
Yeah,
deadly quacking.
Deadly.
It is now.
I can't remember his name.
Gilbert.
No.
Donald.
Yeah.
Grapes.
Scrooge.
I love that I'm making Rabbit look through his notes for the name of the duck.
I know, because I mean, it's
I don't think we're gonna get better than quacking.
Billy.
I'm sorry, Billy's not here.
Now I remember why I named it that.
Billy Thatcher.
It's distressing to lose one's familiar. You know, they're so you're close to them. You build attachments and such. But as he's saying this, the Minotaur are just like staring.
Oh, he's in the room?
The 2 of them are in there. They're just
Oh.
eating the meat.
Hi.
And they're like, one of them says, "Oh shit, it's Azador," and they both just stare.
It's okay. And so he doesn't interrupt me while I'm saying this or trying to say anything, I put my hand in front of Azador. We're not here to chain you up. He just wanted to see where the duck went. But we see that it's not here, and that's fine.
They both pointed at you. You're trying to eat it.
It's fine, no. Don't even say it.
And Azador's looking at his eyes are just like blazing.
And we're gonna back out of the room. Do I get any ability to be able to move him with us, or is he standing firm?
You can try.
All right.
You want to strength check him?
Oh, God.
11?
Strength check.
Yeah, that's a -1. 8.
8? He rolled 11. So he's like resisting
No,
you.
no.
He's like,
Get him back.
I'm going to chain you up.
That's enough. Tough guy.
You're in trouble. And they both look just abashed.
Can I
These
try to-
Minotaurs.
Can I try to whisper to him and be like, we will chain them up. Just, we gotta get out right now. You don't want these things to die, right?
You get my keys from the Etten?
Yeah.
Any of you get the keys from the Etten?
Why wouldn't you tell us?
Why?
You
We didn't-
dipshit?
They were right there. I thought somebody got it.
Where were they?
They were like hanging from their. One hanging from Bird and Cricks.
For someone that thinks
Like what?
everybody else is dumb.
I said
dumb
Wob to
hell.
go back and get them.
Wob
Allowed?
goes,
Can I do that?
yeah, Wob goes check it off as Azador is just dressing these 2 down. These are like Minotaurs as they're known, you know, through lore and mythology and Greyhawk, and coming upon one are typically huge creatures. These are like slightly smaller than man size. So not small, but they're like mini Minotaurs. They're Minotaurs. And they're not children. They're like full grown and they look, you know, like a Minotaur would look. They're just small. And Azador is explaining, you know, to get some of these large creatures in here, we have to make them all very small first. Like the mammoth. How do you think we got it in here? You've been through the stairwell, right? You've all been through it. How do you think we got it down?
That's fair.
Did you? Oh, you didn't destroy the aquariums, did you?
No.
What aquariums?
What aquariums?
The aquariums with the orc room, with the orcs. I saw the orcs had exploded. Did it destroy the aquarium?
Oh, no. No, the aquariums were fine, if I remember correctly.
God, I had a giant crab in there. And as you recall, there's these aquariums that had these small crab, a small pike, and a few other
Wait.
fish.
How long is that gonna last?
Wait, what was the pike?
Wait, no. I feel like I'm remembering us breaking some glass with water in it. I don't remember.
I wasn't in there. It was
think
you and
we did.
Polaris.
I don't remember what happened,
Oh, for
but I
fuck's
think I
sake!
broke it. I don't remember why, but I think I did.
Oh god.
Didn't I?
Are you just an agent of chaos?
I don't.
No, I'm not. And I regretted that role-playing moment because that was more Matt than it was Pip.
I think one of them was smashed when the orcs exploded.
Okay.
But I
I'm
don't think.
remembering you explaining Russian water.
Yeah, I think yes. As a matter of fact, right. Yep. So another casualty that just makes Ezra apoplectic. All of them. I hadn't even had a chance to enlarge them again. And
Azador, I want to remind you, none of this would have happened if you locked the damn manacles. So stop freaking out and let's go.
I swear to God, I'm telling my brother, and he will change you into a frog forever.
That's fine.
If you tell him, Henway, if you tell Lord
If you
Henway.
promise to go with me now, I will not say a word.
They don't know who Azador's brother is.
Fellows,
I do.
You do.
I do know who that is.
does it strike you as
I
odd
reread my
that
notes before the session.
those creatures look pretty dumb? Why would they run amok, releasing everything else in here? What goal do you think that would be?
They're trying to let everything out.
It's just weird to me. Those
That's exactly
creatures
what-
were dumber than me and Polaris,
Well,
and
I
they
don't
ran
know if
around here and meticulously released everything from its enclosure.
I don't know if it was that, more so like they walked up to a door and was like, or if it was just rampage, stomp, slam, and in the process everything became a shit
Seems
show.
weird to me.
Or if something else took advantage in the confusion.
Is that Enid a shape-changed man?
No, we brought the female in to keep him calm.
Okay, just checking.
Lord Henry
Never had an
was
opportunity.
not
I
compared
believe it.
But anyway, the Minotaur just like watching
go.
this whole conversation go on as Bob finally
Comes back to the keys.
yeah, and he just closes the door on them and locks it.
That's fine.
Polaris will pick up our door friend.
How did
You
the
just hear
Edmonds
kinda
lock you in a cage?
I was in my office resting. When
You said you hadn't prepared any spells, and you got.
no, yes, that's right. They came upon me unawares, and just kind of took me at that moment.
Oh.
You believe him?
Did you do anything else?
No.
You don't. But you can roll with insight.
Yeah, insight.
Absolutely.
Ooh, I'm actually not paying attention to a damn thing he said.
18.
18.
Twig actually gets a. I don't know. Does she have proficiency in insight?
What do you use to insights plus
Wisdom.
Wisdom. If it's not listed there, then it's just your wisdom.
Yeah.
16?
16. Okay. So most of you, other than Pipley already incited earlier, so he already has an idea that he's holding a lot of information back about the way he was taken
Yeah.
unawares.
Are you drunk?
Are you saying that to him?
I can't. My insight.
Oh yeah,
was
yeah,
in.
you did. Yeah, you did. You weren't even listening.
I'm listening.
As he asks, I'll kind of just do like it's a sensitive subject reach out, but like not in time, and the question.
It's just a miracle. I mean, a mere mystery. How things like this happen. There's a creature
Let me
could
smell your breath.
Yeah. Breathalyzer. How a creature such as this could have snuck upon me. Stranger things have happened. Let's go.
Were you? Wait. Were you with your friends Jack Daniels and Cat Morgan?
He has no answer.
And a cousin Jose.
Did you want to do anything else down here or head back to... at this point,
I once
Azador is
again-
kind of like marching off toward the...
I once again replenish my bottle.
Okay.
As we're walking around this way,
You're
I'm
going to
gonna
pay for that.
as we're walking around this hall here, I'm gonna look to my right and be like, "Hey, Asmodeus or whatever the hell your name is, what's in that pit in that room?"
Shriekers. Would you like to go in?
No.
Oh.
Well, I was curious
They're
because
quite
we didn't
incredible.
find any more bodies.
But did you go in the pit?
No.
No, but I'm wondering if that's where they are since we didn't see them anywhere.
I don't know. It might be. If you care to go down and confirm
Why
it.
the fuck would I? We walked into that room and Piercers almost jumped through. I don't remember who walked in first.
I think it was Polaris. Oh yeah. Oh, that's right. Your
that's
magpie.
right, your Lancer.
That's what killed the magpie. The between the piercers and the. Oh yeah. It's supposed to be blocked off. We haven't completed this area yet. The
So you just moved
shriekers.
the creatures in without, yeah.
Well, you know.
Oh, boy.
Azzador, you're a smarter man than this.
Yeah,
What is
yeah.
going
It
on?
wasn't exact.
You
Some
don't
of,
have to be smart. Wisdom and intelligence are different.
very true. It was an oversight. It must have been Nedrin. Nedrin always making these kinds of mistakes. Fool.
Don't sully a dead man's name. on
I
your
do wish he
behalf.
did. I know he was just a poor foreman.
No wonder Lord Henway is so weird and stressed out.
Oh, you all right?
When we get back to the front and
Yeah.
we start walking up the stairs, is our person there waiting?
As you get up to the locked trap door, basically, that's barred, you can look through it, of course, and see there's light. And you can see that with the noise you guys make going up, the dark-haired, pretty face of the female, that is kind of like, resting bitch face, kind of looks over.
I take my staff in between the bars and just.
About time you got back. I was about to leave. I had enough of this. I don't want to be here anymore. I've got things to do.
I told you I could get us out anyway.
Fiddling with. Oh, hello, Azrador. Sure, Henry would like to see you. And where's Nedrin?
I point
We
to his
just-
shoulders.
Yeah.
We gesture
Very
to the
nervous.
we gesture to the
To the headless
crushed
dwarf.
corpse.
This is going to be a day. And she unlocks the grate over the stairway, pushes it open. Let's go.
Out of this damn cave.
She's not having a great day, is she?
Not Jesus.
Leads you back to.
Should have the episode there.
Oh, that's how Figaro dies.
We'll have that be the last line of the episode, and we go on hiatus, and everybody just assumes Camille made such a bad joke, none of us wanted to come back. We quit.
It's a punishment.
So she leads you back to the sitting room where you met with Lord and Lady Henway previously, twice now, or 3 times. She kind of stops as you near the door prior to the sitting room, and she gestures to that door and says, "Put Nedrin in there on the table, please." And when you open the door, you see that it's a kitchen, and there's a big table, like where they would do the work for preparing food and such. He'll be taken care. I don't want you to bring him into the. It might upset them very much to see Nedrin in this state.
Can I insight check that?
Sure.
That's very odd.
15?
15. She seems to be concerned.
It's just like that. It's that room because that's the biggest table. And
Convenience, maybe.
okay.
Can I also do an insight just
Sure.
to see if
Don't eat anything they
kitchen
serve us in
plus
the next
dead
4 hours.
meat equals unsavory option?
Yeah, I'm not. Yeah,
We're not
that's-
eating here again.
No, no.
Oh
Now we know what
man,
they make
that's
the corn
a
dogs out of.
that's a 22. Is this bad
There
math?
might be an ulterior motive.
Okay. Yeah,
Polaris
don't eat.
is-
What the hell?
I give you a look of like, not eating here.
Yeah. And Dal will. Yeah, no shit.
Yeah.
Polaris will just go drop the body on the table.
Okay, yeah, it's kind of a
Yeah.
what's left of the head as a hit. All right, sitting room's there. I'll let Lord and Lady Henway know that you'll have returned.
What time is it?
It's
I'm asking her.
probably. Oh, then you guys went in here like morning, so it's you had one short rest.
Probably just like.
It's late afternoon.
What are you bitching about?
Well, I've been here a long time waiting for you. It's been too long.
Sorry, we
said a
took
word.
3 hours to solve all your problems.
Yeah. She was tired. She was up for the last adventure party, which we saw strewn in various states of corpse.
Just gives you that look. Asmodor just oddly has not said a word since you guys have come upstairs, and he's standing there and kind of turns and walks into the sitting room, and those closest to him here, "What a bitch," as he goes in, and as she goes off in the other direction to get Lord, and they go, "Sit down, sit down, sit down."
All right.
Yep.
In a little while, Lord Hinway himself walks in without Lady Hinway. So, and he's walking together. He's clear-eyed. He looks strong and control of his faculties, unlike how you saw him previously, when he was kind of like a little bit
A few hours ago.
Yeah.
We've seen him.
disoriented. And so, I understand you had a bit of trouble down in the subterranean chambers of the Menagerie.
A little bit.
Nearly every chamber was opened.
Yes. I was afraid of that, yes. So, yes, the reward is in order for survival of my partner here. And as it was, yes, but just barely. You know what I went through with these people. I lost my duck. And they almost killed the Edmonds. The female one too. No, they're both alive. All right. Well, as promised, claps his hands, and the older gentleman, the doorman, the houseman, comes in, and he's holding a pouch in one hand and this interestingly crafted bag in the other. Lady Hinway asked me to give you this. It was once a gift to myself from the ambassador of Pearland. And it's not. I don't adventure so much anymore, as you know. You brought the undead dog to me, and I have the creatures brought to me now rather than finding them myself. I've decided that maybe it's time that this particular artifact find a new home. So I give it to you. And then, of course, the 100 gold piece that we agreed upon prior to. Yes.
So this is a Matt Rabbit question.
Yes.
If you remember, whenever we had that last session, I managed to genuinely roll the persuasion good enough so that if we had completed the job that which the previous group failed, there was room for discussion on further reward.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if that's played in with the artifact of the gold. Okay, so I will pipe up and be like, Lord Headway, sir, we managed to quite well, I think, complete the mission in which we had, set out to the previous group and they had failed, and I believe that we discussed a possible little bit of extra gold should we had done so. We found Azrador here alive. I apologize that we didn't bring back Cavebender, alive, but...
Roll persuasion. And he kind of glances over at Azrador at this point. Azrador's sitting, just... You did all right. I'm survived anyway, somehow. I'm going to have a hell of a dry cleaning bill. What'd you roll?
19.
19. The Edens are alive. Yes.
Everything that we could keep alive is alive. I even fed the baby sharks.
Baby sharks are alive. The land sharks.
And
Yes.
We trapped the shit snake in the bathroom.
And I managed to save this from the Minotaurs. I present the ledger, which I forgot I had until 20 minutes ago.
Okay, all right.
honestly, the only things that are dead were the only things not really worth seeing.
Troglodytes and the
Yeah.
land sharks.
Well, the land sharks left. The baby ones are still alive. And the troglodytes, I didn't really like the troglodytes.
And
All
do
right.
not mention the aquarium.
I didn't really like him either, so I guess that's actually a boon. I agree. All right, so I'll double it. 200 gold each, and this bag from the ambassador of Pearland that I'm regifting to you. Show my appreciation, Lady Henway's appreciation anyway. And should I need to call upon you again, I will choose to do so. and leave you word at the Silver Dragon Inn, which I believe you're staying at, yes?
Well, I guess you guys are. I hadn't really thought about what my next move was after we finished.
Well, I'm sure Hasbro will know how to reach you, Pibley. And message spells and whatnot. So, should I need you, I'd be sure to find a way to locate you in any case.
All right. It's been a long time since I've had a group. I'm quite enjoying myself here. Do we mind if I join you?
I'm going to leave you to it. You guys have no doubt. He just kind of turns, glancing back a moment, and walks out.
Pleasure doing business. Doing a gold ain't bad for a few hours work.
I now have 205 gold.
Still saving up for that full plate. Figaro, I feel like you're the senior partner here.
Yeah. Well, why not? I mean, more magic, more barrier.
Hooray!
I say yes.
And Fellows is already
I
part
don't
of the
know why
group.
I'm looking at fellows.
Twig also agrees.
Oh, poor NPC.
Hilarious will say that. We can do worse.
I always still feel like this one's thinking about using me as a weapon. And I don't like that.
I mean, the skull on his shoulder is one of our
The very
former
first thing he
companions.
suggested was to use me as a club.
As
Yeah,
you were
he's,
just relaxed at that.
He may be thick as a brick, but he does charm.
He'll wait till after you're dead before he uses you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just try not to get yourself killed with this group. I know you need the experience, but don't get yourself killed. I'll put in a good word to my brother for you.
I won't. And I lean in him real close and I go, and hey, I didn't say a word. I kept my promise.
You did.
However,
What?
in terms of not getting you in trouble, this will only happen again if you put down the bottle, Asmodor. I worry about you.
I know. Otto's told me the same so many times.
I give him a little whack on the head with my staff. And I'm just like, be careful.
He just looks embarrassed. For the first time, he actually looks chagrined. Oh, fuck. I forgot my ring. I'll have to go back down and find it. I imagine it's got to be there somewhere.
So we're staying at the inn, right?
Anyway, you know your way out, right?
All right. It was good to see you.
Okay, Pipley, I'll look you up soon. If anyone needs anything or whatnot, I'll let you know. And he goes rushing off back down the corridor to the menagerie.
My gnome wearing a duck ring is so cute, dude. That's hilarious.
I'll go ahead and give 5 gold to each of our hirelings as a little bonus.
You can give fellows 5 gold?
Fellows and the 3 other rogues.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, you guys did good work too. Enjoy yourself tonight.
Yeah.
Don't party too hard.
I imagine that Renee and Tubbs get a nice night out, and then, yeah.
I presume they weren't all necessarily in the room with you. Normally you had the stand
no,
out
we
Yeah, they're
front.
outside.
but as we
No,
leave,
we look in the corner and Renee and Tubbs.
Yeah, they have been.
They're playing strippings.
basically as we leave, I'll hand them each a little stack of 5 gold and be
Nice.
like, "Go enjoy yourselves. Meet us at the inn when you're done."
So as your group gathers once again at the Silver Dragon Inn, not knowing what adventures may call on them next, where they may go in their journey to wealth and fortune, legacy, we end this miniseries, Menagerie, successfully.
Did we get to know what's in the box? Or was it the bag?
What's in the bag?
Which bag?
The artifact.
The bag of mystery.
Oh yes. So the bag. What is it?
Nice bag.
Yeah. So, God. It's yeah. I'll tell you what it is. As we're at the end of this scenario, it's a bag of holding.
Well, Polaris took one. If no one else objects, that one absolutely is going on the rogue's hip pocket.
Don't know how I feel about
The
that.
ending.
Well, if no one's,
Considering you've actively stolen shit.
I've gotten better.
Well, that you can work out amongst yourselves.
I-
But thanks everyone for joining us tonight. Thank you, John, for coming on our short little journey running NPC. Hope you enjoyed it. And maybe down the road, John will create his own character
Hell yeah.
to bring into the group. And so we'll see where that leads. But in the meantime, thank you and good night.
Also, as you give me the side eye for grabbing the bag of holding, I throw you a diamond that I have that I've never used as compensation.
I go
This is the
somewhere
moment I
else.
pull my sword out and kill everybody.